Hey, this actually worked. That went to the wrong scene, but it worked. Hey everybody, welcome to, let's go to the right scene. Welcome to the Epic of Theros, our first session in, turn that back down. Our first session in our Homebrew campaign tonight. We are starting, I am Hagen Greathorn, the one right there. Right there, that's harder than it should be. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I am less interactive with the chat as we are gonna be concentrating on the role play, but I will be absolutely typing in chat to say hello to people. So yeah, that we should be having a pretty good time. Hopefully, let's go ahead and join the chat already in progress.
Magic the Gathering section for Theros, so I pulled all my pronunciations from that to make sure that I'm saying it right.
Nice.
Also, if it's in D&D Beyond, if you go to their stat block, it'll tell you there's a little button you can press. And it'll read it to you.
It says it in Matthew Mercer or Marisha Ray's voice.
Interesting. I did not know that.
My character
Says
sheet
it
looks
what?
different.
Matthew Mercer or Marisha Ray's
Okay,
voice.
I have that. I have my DM screen.
Nice.
Is everybody in Foundry?
I'm in Foundry.
Yep, everybody's here.
Foundry.
Did everybody click the Beyond 20 application on the Foundry tab?
6 players here, so we're good. Make sure everybody clicked into Theros.
All right, who wants to do the recap from? Oh wait.
We don't want to talk about Session 0. That's still a sore subject with the DM.
But if you want to watch it, it is unlisted. It is unlisted on YouTube, and for a small donation, I will send you the link.
For a small donation.
But your donation has to beat or meet Mumble's donation for me to stop you from getting the link. So.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm sending my donation right now.
I'm apparently
300 big ones.
It's a contested strength check based on extra life.
Based on wallet.
You know what my donation is, Monkey? My
Running the
friendship.
game.
My friendship.
Aww.
I was gonna say running the game.
Can you really put a price on
That's
that?
not worth much.
That's real. All right, $2 is the price to beat.
So I'm apparently using an old school notebook, and I just found a map.
Like the map?
Map.
Oh, map. I thought you said a map. I was like, that was kind of. That's like some Oracle level stuff right there. I drew a map to my D&D in middle school.
Somebody just donated $50 to Extra Life. What?
Look at that.
Fundamental theorem of indefinite calculus. Anybody else gonna have nightmares?
But I think that's the same.
How come everybody else is assigned a character except for Ducky?
Because Ducky didn't choose to assign.
Ducky didn't click on herself and then.
Yeah.
That's my fault. Hold on.
Wait,
Can I fix it?
Do the player configuration.
Yes, just right click, go to player configuration.
Sad.
All right, Foxy, I'll send you the link. It's in the player chat.
Oh no.
Who is making art on here?
Not me. That would be Masters because it's brown.
Also, because he's the only one that knows how to do it.
I know how to do it. I just don't mess around on the map very much.
This map is great, by the way.
Thank you.
Did that fix it?
No,
Maybe if we refresh.
but it's okay. As long I made sure that you still had control of your token, which is.
I refreshed anyway.
She'll have control over token regardless because you gave her control over token.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
This is really just in case we have multiple tokens we have so that we could switch between them.
I like how it gives you a
I like your
name on the
stream layout.
on the ping spot.
Haha.
He did it himself.
Done.
So
Fixed it.
Monkey, did you
Freshman
hear
did
that?
it.
What?
Micro said he likes your stream layout.
Oh, thanks. Micro, watch this. Hold
Oh,
on.
I need to come look at it.
Boom.
I've been watching.
You'll see this in a second.
Okay.
That max HP should be changed.
Dang it.
It should be 9.
D&D Beyond said that I rolled a 12 on a D8.
Oh. That
It should be at 9.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
well,
argue with D&D Beyond in that regard, but
You know,
seems like
I wasn't
Come on.
going to.
we'll just do this live on stream. It'll be fun. Now do I have to check everyone else's?
No.
Mine's right.
mine's just standard 10.
Mine's right.
Oh,
Because
let's see.
I'm a barbarian.
Masters, it's weird having positive AC. Can I just say that right now?
I know, right? It's weird having positive
You said AC
initiative as
should,
well.
AC should be 9?
No, HP should be 9.
Oops.
No, do not put my AC at 9, please. I've had that experience before. That experience did not go very well when things started to have a +8 to hit.
Roll, yeah.
Let's see if this will update.
Roll a
on
natural
that.
one and still technically hit you.
That's
Oh, no,
what it
'cause-
was.
'Cause
Luckily,
Nat
I
one
had a
always
broom of
miss.
flying that Masters gave me for some reason.
Boom.
I'll ask for it.
Nailed
And I
it.
didn't know any better at the time.
I also had an
Hey,
amulet of
Mumbles,
flame.
can I have a broom of flying? No, I'm kidding.
no.
Flying speeds are incredibly broken on player characters. There's a reason it's a level 3 spell.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's
not
the
forget to
black
tweet,
monkey.
guys.
What about flying speeds?
Everybody looks at the air.
Yeah,
paper.
Aarakocra, I know what you are.
Can I see my sheet?
Yeah.
Monkey?
Mumbles Monkey.
Mumbles
D&D
Monkey?
Beyond.
He's
What?
my favorite.
Monkey the Mumble. Monkey the Mumbles. Ooh, I like it.
I like that.
I like it.
So we are
Nice.
17 past. Are we ready to start?
I've been ready to start since 5:30. 6:30.
I've been ready to start since 6 o'clock. That's when I jumped in the Discord.
Well, I've been ready to start since 4 o'clock, but that's a different story.
Sure,
I took-
okay, Master.
I took a
Went to
nap.
sleep, and we all know that.
I tried.
All right. Well, with that, I'd like to welcome everyone to session 1 of the Epic of Theros. Welcome. Thanks for coming. We are going to start off tonight at the top of the Titan Stairs, just outside the city of Akros.
Phew. That's a lot of stairs.
Yes, you are. There are a lot of stairs. Yes.
So you are all here after having received this shared, someone call it a dream, others a vision, that you all had. After receiving said vision, you had this thought, this compulsion almost, to head to the city of Akros. Some of you know each other, some of you do not. After making your journey here and ascending the Titan stairs, you all come to what is a small clearing there. And that's when, as you look around, you begin to recognize one another from this shared vision.
Ellem, would you shut up? The only reason you're still alive is because I need you right now.
That's fair.
I'm gonna
I think.
I'm gonna look at. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm barely here at all. I
I'm,
was
I'm-
just
I'm
telling
look-
the cat here.
looking over at Zonnos. I'm like, I do not like her.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish the death would have held, but you know.
I mean,
Stupid
if
barf.
you fellas want to try again, I can step over here and you guys. I'll be back later. He
Well,
starts to
I
inch away from
She
Kiala.
grabs his collar.
do not condone murder, seeing as we are all unjustly thrust into the same prophecy, apparently.
About that, I'm assuming you all had the same dream I did.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
you
Well, there
would.
wasn't really a dream if we were all there.
What was your dream? I was
My
just
dream?
telling my friends here about the dream.
Are you a bird?
You did notice that in the dream?
It's one of the harpies. It's come back for us. We should do
Well, I
something
never
about
got.
that.
This is.
Fair point. I never got the chance to ask. We did kind of get attacked by harpies.
Ask? You can't tell with your own eye. Do you need glasses? My mother could make you some really great glasses.
I'm gonna walk up to
Think I
Rhorakas
see
and just.
A
I
bird.
still don't like you.
I'm just gonna walk up to Rhorakas, just like grab the wing and start inspecting. Be like, this is fascinating. Where were you created?
That would.
Whoa, big guy. He looks a little bit more fragile than you do.
Oh, I'm careful.
not
Don't you
touch
worry.
My wings. And also, it's female. Excuse you.
I mean, you and
That
I
was
are
created by
very similar,
Perforus.
like the robot. We are the robot.
So,
No,
I don't
you
know if
said
I can be
something.
heard. I'm talking kind of quietly.
Now, you there, big fella, you're saying robot, but I heard very distinctively the little birdie here. She said she was female. And I must say,
you would notice that.
Well, I do notice quite a bit, several things, and people are always surprised. I don't understand why. Um,
I'm not sure how you could see anything past that big honker of yours.
It is true. Your nose is quite large.
that's what you say. You know, I was to say you got this lovely.
Also,
beak,
I'm not
it
sure
could be
your
just
eyes
two-
are both facing the same direction. Are you sure you should be holding that bow? Are you qualified?
That may or may not be an function of the spirits which I interacted with yesterday, and are still in my system. Don't worry about it. As
You
I was
interacted
saying,
with
little bird.
spirits yesterday, and yet after a night's sleep, you are still intoxicated.
I did not
That is
say what
quite
kind of
interesting.
spirits they were, and I did not say how many there were.
They were
There were
definitely
quite a few.
intoxicated. Let's just say this: he spent about 2,500 gold on spirits and has been drinking for about a week.
Maybe two.
Yeah, we have a
maybe
drunk.
That,
Yeah.
that is not wrong. Anyway, little bird, you're talking about my big nose. You've got a nice big old beak on your face. I'm just thinking the two of us, we might be birds of a feather, you know.
That's a good
Leave
point.
her alone,
no.
and I'm gonna drag his collar back.
Don't leave me with this one. It's dangerous. You guys know. You were there.
I just want her to stay away from us.
During all this,
I've
Zonnos
already-
is going to keep an eye out for anything that may be lurking about.
I've already
Okay.
apologized.
I'm surprised you guys didn't pick up on the fact that I said that I was just telling my friends about this that are here with me.
I mean, I have friends that follow me around
I'm
too.
not
Nobody
arriving
seems
here
to
alone.
see them ever. I talk to them all the time. Nobody will talk to my friends. This is my friend Jerry, and this is my friend Luke, and the both of them are here.
You're crazy. Okay? You're just crazy.
Well, you're talking about your friends that are
He's-
here know technology, and I'm talking about my friends that are here that know the technology. I mean, we're both on the same page here, I think. Like I said, birds of a feather.
Ellem, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the frog person and the minotaur here.
No, I'm talking about Mia.
You're gonna have to say that again. You cut out.
Yeah.
You cut out again.
You did it again.
Alright. Hold on.
Wow.
Discord likes having issues. Karania is the name of one of them. I was kind of hoping that Mumbles would pick up here because I can't do two female voices that are gonna be exactly the same.
I was gonna let you do
Mumbles?
I was gonna see if you were gonna do.
I'm sorry, how come Foxy gets two characters? I want a second character.
They're gonna be leaving us.
Um,
We have three other
Do we
people
actually
here.
see something, Mumbles?
Yes. So standing just behind where Rhorakas is are a Minotaur, female by what you can tell. Then there is a sort of slimly built human male, and a where the heck is and a also very small and seemingly excited male satyr as well.
Hey, big fella.
What?
I don't want to cause you any alarm or excitement, maybe, but it seems as though there may be something over there which should interest you. Maybe a lot.
I was already looking at the bird. It was fascinating technology.
I
think
not
the bird is
prefer
alive.
to have my feathers touched.
They're so well made. It's very impressive.
Or who are you made by?
Perforus.
We seem to come from the same deity.
Oh, really?
I noticed the craftsmanship, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
You weren't
do
gonna
not-
say
I do not
anything. I
like
feel like
him.
that would be a first.
Are we going to sit around here squabbling the entire time, or are we going to continue on towards our goal?
Did we have an
What?
option for sitting around squabbling? Because
This was kind of the question I was having. Did anyone actually get a goal out of whatever in there? Because I mean, the lion lady over here, yeah, she's been telling me all about everything that happened, and yeah, it was kind of there, kind of not. It's just kind of like go through life here. But did anyone actually figure out what the whole purpose of that was? Because I may have been not totally around for that, despite the fact that I was there.
Pretty much only know that we were supposed to go to Akros and never. That's
I just figured
Is that how you
that
say
I
that name?
needed to come here to come back home.
All I know is I just walked up a lot of stairs and I need a break.
I thought that's why we were standing here squabbling.
So as you've all been standing there squabbling for a second, let's go ahead and go around and describe your characters. Go in alphabetical order.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I'm last.
Micro.
Nope.
Alphabetical order by name or by character name?
Oh, that was just a joke. I don't care. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I don't care.
Character name, alphabetical order.
Okay. So Adwenis is a female sort of mixture between a sea creature and a normal human, with sea green eyes, standing about 5'10", very long silver gray hair and alabaster skin. She's very thin for her height. She has leather armor on underneath her very formal sort of attire. And she has plenty of daggers. More than enough to skewer a man.
I
you
knew
know?
I liked her.
All right, let's
She has
see.
4, to be precise. 4 daggers.
Four. That is enough.
Oh, we're a dagger. 4.
I think
It's the most
one
I can
more-
start with,
I
okay?
think it's one too many.
Oh, 4 daggers and a small knife. Sorry.
Next.
So who's next in alphabetical order?
I think it's me. I'm not sure. I may have skipped a couple of grades in school too, or was it classes, or just school? One of those three.
I
Anyway,
think Zonnos is
so
next.
I will not. I will defer to the satyr over here.
That's definitely not Zonnos. If you look on D&D Beyond's campaign, they are in order. It is Ellem next.
That seems like cheating. Also a good idea.
Stop looking at
how
other
about-
websites.
How about D&D Beyond? Or am I right?
This campaign
So
not
next
brought to
time
you.
I spawn.
D&D Beyond. Come
We
on.
wish this campaign was brought to you by D&D Beyond.
Sadly,
Hey,
it's not.
no
so,
metagaming.
so Ellem, what do you look like?
So first of all, I am in fact an elf. You may not believe me, but I am an elf.
Well, your nose is
Um,
bigger than your ears, so...
Ugly as sin.
That is true. And I'm not. I'm kind of touchy on the whole what my face looks like thing. I really had nothing to do with that. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. All I know is that this is one day I woke up and this is what it was. And I mean, like, it's kind of, I mean, when I say one day, I mean like day one. And I wasn't really aware of it at the time, but people have told me that I've never really been any prettier than I am right now. So you guys are getting the best possible version of me. That's what I'm really trying to say here. Anyway.
You have 4 charisma. No.
How so? I'm just trying to say, what I'm trying to say here is that I have this lovely little jacket I've got here. I'm not entirely sure I picked it up along the way. I may have been at sea for a while. A lot of things just got to come to me here, and I've got my nice little bow here. It's a lot easier to draw than normal, and so I can kind of shoot a little bit faster maybe sometimes. And yes, again, I'm an elf. You just have to trust me on that. I know there's not a lot of us around here, so just maybe you should just take my word at it. Because if you've never seen an elf before, this is what we look like in all of our glory.
Well, I do speak Elfish.
That looked like a very interesting bow. May I look at it later, maybe?
Sure, yeah, you can take a look at it.
Ellem, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you get stuck
Stuck where?
on the way out of the womb?
Yeah, and again, I was not necessarily totally there for that. Like, I was there, obviously, because I mean, now I'm here. But in terms of like really remembering that one, like, there's a lot of parts of my life I'm just kind of like totally blacked out on. That's one of them.
Was it the alcohol then? No. Okay.
Must have come from somewhere.
Anything else you wish to describe, Ellem?
Hang on, I have to remove the family-friendly tag off of my stream.
Oh, yes, you do.
I meant to do that earlier.
Hagen.
Describe yourself.
Hello, my name Hagen Greathorn. I am machine, as you can tell. I forgot to push my button. And I am a minotaur, and I have a tragic accident when young, and I did lose left arm, but it okay.
Wasn't a tragic accident for me, buddy.
Well, that's true. That's how we met. I helped him a little. It's no big deal, but I am mostly silver, but I have the bronze on the horns and a little bit in the joints, and I have big hammer, and I have a little small baggie of pebbles. You've seen pebbles, you know.
So
We call them Pebbles and Bam Bam.
just gonna make that joke, darn it!
Not both of us call them that. Just Zonnos. He funnier than me.
Oh, I'm so
I
good.
took all of that because I accidentally hit
We're
a
so
wrong
getting
button.
copyright strike. So,
Well, if we're getting copyright strike, might as well play music.
Exactly.
hey, I actually have music.
Oh, let me know when you start it so I don't keep pretzel going, because that'll be weird.
Let it play.
Just call it a medley.
It's a round, but at the same time.
I can also put on smooth jazz. I forgot about that.
Smooth jazz in the background of our squabbling.
I have played smooth jazz while the player character died. Don't test me.
Does it help with the stress?
No, it actually
No.
increases it.
Micro, was it your own character that was dying?
No, level 1 character got crit by a flying sword.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay, anyway, who's next?
Yep, Kiala.
Is it raining?
It's raining.
It's just part of the music.
Okay, just wondering.
I had the music turned off, but you'll hear it through my mic if I turn it on, so better to have it off.
Ooh, hold on. I've got to turn that music down. I'm not going to be able to think with it. Okay. Now, my name is Kiala of the Night Run Pride. I am a female Leonin, about a little over 6 foot tall. I have tawny fur, golden eyes. I'm not wearing armor, but I am carrying a very large great axe on my back. I am sticking very close to Ellem, as you would notice. And I'm trying to think, there's something else I needed to say.
Is there a particular Kalistar that you resemble?
What? Oh. What's a Kalistar?
I don't know.
Okay.
Have you been taking the same spirits as Ellem over there?
I think it might be the altitude.
If you notice, little fella, this thing here, it's got fur all over its body. It's got like big teeth and big claws, and I can attribute that at least one of those is very painful.
Yes.
Both in your case, Ellem.
And I use the word friend lightly. Ellem here has stolen something very important to the Leonin.
I would say accidentally acquired and then perhaps inappropriately sold. Stolen is such a strong word.
He stole something very important to the Leonin, and I hunted him down to find that he had sold it, and then proceeded to drink the very surmountable proceeds in the period of about 4 days.
In my defense, he was just laying there in the corner. It was collecting dust. They did not seem like they were going to miss it. And I needed a walking stick to kind of stay up straight for a little bit as I was leaving their town. And they did not stop me. It may have been very late at night, early in the morning.
I don't know what
somewhere
your
in there.
definition of lying in the corner is, but being guarded by 2 Leonin is not lying in the corner.
Well, if it was guarded by 2
Yeah,
Leonin,
that
he must
drunken
be pretty good
thief.
to steal it.
He's got my vote.
That's just because he angered the Leonin.
I don't approve of stealing things.
And you grade by your standards, I grade by mine.
He was, and I was in the process of finding out where he may have stolen this, to discover that he had drunk so much that he does not remember. So I'm currently stuck with him, whether by this quest that we have apparently been put on, or by the fact that until he remembers, I am his shadow.
I did mention these several times in my life. I'm just not really sure what happened there. The whole sequence, no idea.
You'll remember
Complete
eventually.
blank.
And you, my little friend, and I look at Zonnos.
I think somebody doesn't know their alphabet. What's the bird doing?
I'm just sitting here listening to you all.
Rhorakas. Describe your character.
Well, I'm every bit of 4 foot 10 inches. That's right, ladies. I'm all yours. 99 pounds soaking wet. A greenish blue hue from top to bottom. I try to cover up though, because I like my place. I like to keep my body moist. I've got fins on my forearms. I've got fins on my forearms and on the back of my calves. My feet spread out, kind of look like frog feet. Helps me swim. But they're very large and very flat. I have a large bow staff on my back, and I carry a rather large tome that I continuously write in, with all of your descriptions.
Continuously. He's always writing. He's very smart, you know.
I'm gonna lean into Ellem and say, in Elvish, can you steal his quills sometime?
Yeah, you could do that. No problem. What do you want them for?
I just want to see what happens.
I mean, what do I get out of it?
Watching what happens.
Fair, let's do it.
All right.
What are you two chatting about over there?
Business.
So you've all stood here. You've made your introductions. You've bickered a bit.
You know, as a
What are
sidebar,
you all doing?
I was about to say that I stand in front of him and cross my arms, and then I remembered I don't have an arm.
Are you sure you were missing?
Nailed it.
Left arm is missing. Also, I missed Rhorakas' picture while Foxy.
That was the only time he was disarmed.
You're an Eldritch Knight, you can never be disarmed.
Oh, really? I look at the fish person and say, I really don't like
Dang it.
you. After he
Which
makes
fish
that pun.
person?
Specifically the one that made the pun.
Well, do we continue going upstairs?
I sure hope not.
Do you want me to carry you?
Let him walk. That would only slow us down. Let's get there.
You're all probably, as you begin to look and the sun is getting lower in the sky, you look out in front of you and you're still probably a mile from the city gate of Akros, from the Titan Stairs.
And I think we should definitely get there before dark.
So do you all head towards the city?
Apparently, I'm going wherever the lion
Yes.
person's going.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
So, as you all begin to move towards the city of Akros, Adwenis, I need you to move over to the one-on-one.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh dear.
I hate the one-on-one.
I'm sorry, stream. You do not get to hear. Wrong voice. You guys don't get to hear the one-on-one because I don't get to hear the one-on-one.
It's open to me. I could go in there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
Technically, any of us could go in there. We're just
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
get kicked back out.
we get
I
kicked out, and then we get banned.
Oh shit!
No, we
I
didn't get
can
banned.
change the
Nah, not
permissions.
banned. We just get a slap on the wrist once, and then it's banned.
We would
Unless
get
we
a
have
we would get
permission.
a DM non-inspiration where we have to take disadvantage at his discretion.
Don't let Mumbles know that. He'll drag us in there himself.
Don't give him that idea. He's gonna watch this back.
He is gonna watch his back.
So, our-
Let's just skip over this part because
Monkey, edit that out.
Nope.
Future Monkey, edit it out.
Editing sounds like work, and I'm not getting paid for that.
So again, big fella.
Yeah. Yes.
Did
What?
you
What's
happen
my
to
sub for?
happen to notice? Oh, your little friend there, Zonnos was his name.
That is his name. Yes, Zonnos. Yes.
So he says he's got calves. Are those your calves?
He's got what? He's got what?
He says he's got calves.
I don't understand your accent.
He says he's got fins on his calves.
Yes. They're right there. Look, you can see them.
But those aren't your calves.
No, my calves are down here. On me.
So I'm very confused. Do you or do you
You
not
are
have children?
very confusing to talk to.
They have two calves. One's right there, and the other one is right there. I have to point with the same arm because I don't have the other one.
Let's make the man point.
I just want to say, Kiala's looking there, sitting there and rolling her eyes. I'm dying.
We could hurry that along if you want.
Please.
I'm still
No,
on board with this.
Kiala is just rolling her eyes. Ducky is dying at this conversation.
Well, now the conversation over, apparently.
I mean,
Well, are we going to get moving or what?
I was going to wait for Adwenis. He
are.
appears to be staring off in the distance without...
Someone just
I'm
drop
just gonna
him
throw
up
this.
here.
Just gonna throw this out here, big fella. She's a she.
What?
The Adwenis is a she.
Are you sure?
Do you see
Pretty
my
sure,
nose?
big fella.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
gonna
what
walk
she-
over and I wave my face in front of Adwenis's. Or my
Sorry,
hand
no,
in front.
no,
My hand in front of Adwenis's face.
So, since Mumbles isn't here, I'm going to retcon that and pretend that I said she because I'm the idiot, not Hagen. Just for reference.
I mean,
So,
I mean, she is a fish person, so you know.
Yes,
You
but
bird-
my best friend fish person
Birdman.
too.
lady, what's
I
with the
said-
entourage?
Yeah.
well, I just came back from a big fight, so I needed some help.
Do they speak for themselves?
You're gonna make me do the voice, aren't
I
you?
was, yeah. That's me being a jerk.
You jerk.
I think Hagen would really like to speak to your female Minotaur friend a lot.
I'm more interested in bird friend. I would like to hear more about your history someday.
I'd like to hear
Maybe
more
we'll
about the
get that
fight you
chance.
just came back from.
I'm gonna be
Is
honest.
that
I'm
why
trying to
you
think
look
of a
like
voice
that?
for them. I'm going to be honest with you all. I did not come up with a voice because Mumbles said that he was going to do the voices for them.
Well, you don't have to talk for them. I asked you what this battle you were talking about was.
Yes, but Hagen asked for them to talk for themselves,
That's
and
because-
Mumbles isn't here.
because
I'm
Hagen-
panicking.
It's because Hagen's player is a jerk.
Yeah, I was about to say that's because Monkey's being rude.
Yeah,
It's always rude.
so ignore.
Zonnos, you having a thing there?
I thought I was the only one with built-in radio.
I think we all just got rickrolled.
We did, yeah.
We're gonna give you up.
Okay with getting recalled. It's a good song.
Hi, Pekka. I don't mind talking to chat right now.
So
If you're watching this
So-
later
so-
on YouTube, I'm talking to chat.
Rhorakas.
Yes.
What's about this fight here? Why don't you rock us through that there? What were you fighting? Why were you fighting?
Well,
Why
I'm
did you stop
part
fighting?
of a dueling circuit here in Akros.
Dueling.
A what?
Dueling circuit.
Dueling circuit. Oh, holy crap.
Ducky, I don't even want to know what you thought I said.
No, I was just really excited by the dueling circuit. So is Kiala. Did you
In
say
case you-
dueling circuit?
Yes, I've been fighting for most of my life in it.
Have you?
And my here friends have actually helped to better me.
Were you always metal like this?
All my life.
Were you always rude like that?
Well, when your
Talking to Rhorakas
when
or
your
me?
father tries to
You just ask
I-
people if she's metal her whole life. Of course she's metal her whole life. Do you think that just happened?
Well, I don't know any other way I would know. Other than to ask. there a problem?
I have a
Oh, we apparently come from the same deity, so I guess it offends him more.
I have a question actually about the middle bird thing. Can you fly?
Yes, I can.
How? You seem like you
Listen,
might be a
I'm
little
not.
bit too heavy to fly if you're made out of metal. No, I'm not
I'm not.
expecting-
It's not like I'm a construct.
with that, he'll try to flick your wing and see if you like ring hollow. Like,
I am literally a construct.
no, not you. I figured you out. This one, I'm trying to figure out if he can fly, and he starts flicking at her to see if she rings like
I
metal.
will soar into the air immediately to get away from you.
Did he get the? Did he?
I wish
was
I
he
could
able-
do that.
Was he
Don't
able
worry,
to?
folks. I have anti-aircraft fire.
What is an aircraft?
That's an aircraft.
I'm not an aircraft. I
That's a
am just a bird.
Well, someone crafted you, and you're in the air. I think you meet the qualification.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, it was not someone, it was Perforus. He did it himself.
Yes, I don't care for that name.
I do have a question though. He says he's not a construct, but you say you are. Are you hollow?
Only when I don't eat. Just
Begins
kidding,
to
I
walk
don't
with
eat at
you.
all.
All right.
Welcome back. We've been role-playing and discovering about our characters.
Yeah, I hope
I
that
just have one
conversation with
question,
hope that a conversation with Adwenis didn't take milliseconds because we just did the whole thing. We had a whole conversation and stuff.
Well,
Yeah, it's okay.
so as you all begin to move further down the road, you see Adwenis suddenly freeze where they are.
We did mention that.
At
And-
one point, I definitely waved my hand in front of her face to see if she reacted.
And as they do, you look at their eyes, and their eyes become this dark navy blue. And they begin to weep.
Oh, look, her
And-
eyes match my arm. Oh,
Everyone,
except my
everyone
arm's
back up.
not wet right now.
I
I've
just
been
have
on
one
the seat
question,
before-
Mumbles.
I've been on the seat. I know it's about to happen. She's about to ink. Everyone back away unless you want to get your clothes ruined. Back away.
I think
She's not a
cried.
squid.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've seen squid.
So a few
Mumble.
seconds pass, then 30, then a minute,
Then however long you were gone.
maybe 2.
Hey,
And
big guy, you want to
then-
just pick her up and carry her?
And then their eyes return to normal. And they collapse to the ground,
I'll run
falling
over.
on their hands and knees, and begin to clutch their chest and gasp for breath.
I'll run over and check on her.
She need water.
No,
Are you-
you
are
know,
you all right?
sometimes when you just come out of the water, you forget that you have to start breathing air. It's a little takes some getting used to, but I've never actually seen it while they're already, out of the water.
Someone
Are
go
we-
get her some water.
Do I have to
Are we
breathe?
totally sure?
Sorry.
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
You're good?
Kiala's down in front of her.
I'm fine. I just.
Well, let's keep moving on then.
Were you crying?
Was I? Oh, wipe my face.
Your
Oh,
your eyes were the color of his skin.
that's
I
odd.
wouldn't call it crying, more like leaking fluids
That's odd.
from your eye sockets.
That's not
Zonnos,
something that's
shut
happened.
up. Are you alright?
I should be now. Thank you.
I'll offer her my hand to help her up.
I will absolutely
Your
take
one
it.
hand?
Yeah, well, not the other one, obviously. That one's back home.
It's on the shelf. We framed it.
Oh, I'll be fine.
I'm gonna stay close to her. Are you sure you're okay to walk?
Just one foot in front of the other, right?
You can hold my arm if you want.
Soon you'll be walking out the door.
There are no doors, Zonnos.
Metaphorical.
Right.
It was implied metaphorical.
Okie dokie.
Let's just go.
Come on, big guy. Let's go get you some chocolate milk.
I do like chocolate milk.
So
What is chocolate? I'll walk alongside Adwenis.
Chocolate is something that cats aren't allowed to have.
Go ahead, Mumbles.
no, you're fine. Are you all walking towards the city again?
Mm-hmm.
I am
Okay.
leaning heavily on both the. I'm gonna learn
Lion
names right
and
now.
Minotaur.
Hagen.
Both Hagen and
and
Kiala.
Kiala.
Yeah,
All right.
learning names. That's
So
the first
as
part
we-
of roleplay.
You're not
As we
wrong.
continue that, Rhorakas, what's your question?
My sidebar is, you said there were not constructs, right? As an iron rot or anvil rot.
You're
If we knock
Because
on
our
him,
conversation
Kiala,
involved me saying I'm not a construct, and
you
The
are
Minotaur
you
saying he is a
are
construct.
right. So you are forged out of metal by a god, but the spirit that inhabits you is like fully sentient and has always been alive.
And that's
You were
different
not
from
a
your
construct. You were constructed.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was
Right.
thinking. Okay,
Right,
no,
yeah.
again, I'm an idiot playing a smart character, so give me a break.
It's the same vein as Warforged, I believe. Whereas you
It's-
count
it's-
as a creature.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
you
trying to
are a
clear that up
creature.
because I didn't want to say it in roleplay because it just wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, but just as a but that's good. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, just as a clarification.
And
Yeah,
roleplay
you
doesn't
are a
count when the
creature.
DM's not here anyway.
Right. That's exactly
But
right.
you're still streaming it, so it still counts.
So the
You are-
fireball I cast and killed us all?
You all should have been talking about how good D&D Beyond is.
D&D
Oh,
Beyond
right.
is
We're
dead.
supposed to Hero Forge and Foundry.
Dwarven
D&D
Forge.
Beyond
Dang it, we failed the mark.
failed. And Extra
So-
Life. Can't forget Extra Life.
Extra
yes,
Life,
yes.
we're
Extra
actually.
life is the best.
I mean, it's not sponsored. All right, carry on.
I do have I do have a
real
question
quick. Yes, go ahead.
about the anvil rot. If we knock on or tap them, do they sound hollow? Because that was
No.
done. No?
No, they
Okay.
do not sound hollow.
Try
I
it.
mean,
and
you
Those
get
are
sort of a
connected.
metallic ping when you hit the outside of them.
try it, and my one
But
arm
they're
will
not.
punch
They
you.
don't sound hollow. No.
Do different parts make different tones?
You
Only
know,
one way to find
that's-
out.
Let's
that's a
go.
question-
Let's go, Adwenis. We start walking away.
But to say
Start
that's a
playing
question that I'll have to
Marimba on the
answer
bird.
next week. I did not think to look up the different sounds that different body parts make on anvil rot, but I certainly will watch some YouTube videos on it and browse Reddit and let you, know what.
You know
I'm
it's
just
come up.
I'm just imagining that if we played like a marimba on Rhorakas's wings, that's what it'd sound like.
She will not let you touch her wings.
I'm trying to get the kind of like a Jamaican kind of a steel drum sort of effect.
Probably right. Okay. Anyway, Mumbles, go ahead.
Let's continue.
All right. So you all begin to walk towards the city of Akros. Like I said, you're roughly a mile away from the city gates. As you get about, I'd say, half a mile, you begin to hear a very peculiar sound for where you are. You
Just
begin
that
to hear
noise.
hooves
Oops.
galloping behind you.
I will move
That's
over.
not really unusual for me.
I will move over to the side of the road.
Everybody get to the side.
Considering that you've just ascended a very large staircase.
Didn't think about that. Yeah.
So, as you all sort of instinctively would turn towards the noise, you watch as a horse rounds the bend at top speed. It is just frothing at the mouth. Riding it is a figure dressed in dark clothes wearing a gold mask. Upon close inspection, as the horse becomes to gallop closer and closer, you begin to see jet black arrows sticking out of different parts of their body. As the horse approaches, just gets up to you as you all sort of step out of the way, the horse collapses to the ground. Horse rolling, rider is thrown from it, and you hear just what sounds like the snapping of twigs.
I will
The
go.
horse
we
and rider lie
recognize this
motionless
map?
there, just in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm moving over to the rider and seeing if they're alive.
I'm
Or if
going
I can
to.
help at all.
Is the horse on top of the rider?
No, the horse is laying separate from the rider. The rider was thrown when the horse fell.
I'm keeping an
Do
eye
we-
out for any of the
Don't we
arrows
just check
coming
to see if
flying.
the horse is still
Okay.
alive?
Do we recognize the mask, like what they're wearing?
Okay.
Or the
So-
arrows?
So first order of business. So I have it. Zonnos, since you're gonna look out, go ahead and make me a perception check.
I'm looking with him.
14, good to know.
21 if you accept the help from.
So so Hagen, you're helping.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that. 21. Okay.
As Zonos climbs up on top of him looking around.
Who went over to the rider?
That would be me.
Okay.
Adwenis.
Okay, Adwenis, you're looking at the rider. As you approach, you see the arrows jutting out, and they're laying there motionless. They look very much dead.
He's
Is there
inspecting the
any way
horse, though.
possible to save them?
No. No, they are dead.
What are
And in
their-
fact, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Mm.
Not good.
10? Well, that's fine. So even not knowing much about it, you can tell just from the wounds and the amount of bleeding that you can tell that they've been dying while they were riding the horse. It doesn't seem that the fall killed them. It seems that they were probably pretty close to dead even before they got to you. There's a lot of blood on their clothes.
I'm gonna
Am
call
I
over
able
my
to
shoulder.
inspect their body?
Call over my shoulder. Is he alive?
I would like to run over and take the mask off to make sure that they're breathing or see if they're breathing.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on Ellem and I'll move closer to the rider as well.
Okay.
No, he's
Alright.
passed on to Erebos.
I'd still like to take a look under the mask.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you come up and you look at the mask, and it is made of solid gold. Go ahead and if you're by the body, go ahead and just everyone who's there, make a religion check.
Are we by the body, big guy?
I mean, we're right. It's right behind us.
Well, if you're not examining the body,
I am not
Yeah,
examining
I also
body.
said I'm
y'all
searching the
are
body for
keeping
anything.
watch. So,
Did you hear that,
okay.
Mumble?
Yeah, Foxy, we're gonna get to you in a sec. 7, 20, 18. Okay.
I only got 12
Um,
anyway.
Kiala, you're really not sure what the mask is. However, you, Adwenis, and you, Ellem, no, you've seen these masks before, one way or the other. Adwenis, your knowledge is more academic of these masks, and Ellem, you've seen them exchange hands before. This is a mask of the returned. Those folks who come back and abandon the spirit of the person they would before in order to re-enter the world of the living. They've escaped the underworld. The mask looks like. Yes.
I posted it in general.
Mhm.
So that is what the mask looks like. As you take it off and look, and you're examining the mask, you look down at the rider and you notice that they have no face. all you see is a very thin pair of black lips, where their mouth would have been underneath the mask to allow them, from what you know, to speak. But their face, once they've returned, is the mask. And that is all they have. As you begin to look, you do see that there are words inscribed on the inside. And they are not, it's not a language from what you can tell, but it's a code.
Can I try to break the code?
Go ahead and make go ahead and make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna add a D10 to this with my Oracle feature.
Okay.
Still better than nothing.
Okay. You are able to. You recognize one word for sure sticks out to you, and it's a name. As I flip frantically through my notes, the name is Kia, or Kea, however you want to pronounce it. Khea.
Khea.
Yep. And for you, Adwenis and Rhorakas, you recognize this name. Kea is a sort of part oracle, part mystic, who has a penchant for the dramatic and lives just on the outskirts of Akros on the north side towards the mountains. You're actually familiar and have heard of this person. Also, because of that role, you're able to decode a few more words on the mask as well. You're able to just pick out the first stanza inside the mask. And it says, "Hid from the eyes of mortals and gods lies wither in Orestes' rot."
How do you spell Orestes?
ORESTES'.
Sorry, lies wither.
Lies wither in Orestes' rot.
Hid from the eyes of what?
Mortals and gods.
Mortals and gods. This is just only Adwenis has deciphered this while they're standing there. But it's gonna a good roll. It's a cipher that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to you, just to pluck out a few words, but it's gonna take you a second as you're reading over the mask.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, we'll come to you, Rhorakas. So you're over by the horse.
I'm also not telling this to anyone specifically.
Understood. Good to know.
Yes. Rhorakas is checking on the horse because
okay,
she has a very soft spot for animals.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
This is gonna go horribly.
Don't say it.
It did, in fact, go horribly.
If only you were a halfling.
If only you were me, that would have been $1 for Extra Life.
No, it's still $1.
No, not since I no longer have an income.
No, it's still $1 for me.
Keep track of it.
It's only $1 if you do it.
Okay, so you have this soft spot for animals, and you run over to check on this horse, and the condition that it is in, as it sort of, you see it's drooling out of the side of its mouth, and its breaths are coming, fast and heavy, and you watch the rise and fall, and it's just, it breaks your heart in a way, and you're unable to really gather the true condition of this animal. To you, it looks like it is dying.
Would I notice this?
No, you were over checking out the rider.
Right.
Do you do anything to help the horse?
If that nat 1 is going to help with what I do, then no.
Well, just are you are you going to do anything outside of your just looking at the animal's condition?
Yeah, you don't know you rolled in that one. Remember?
You're just
And
upset.
I mean,
Or she would try and
a natural one on an ability check is not
An autofill.
right. You can't, you don't critically fail checks.
that's
So
fair.
it's just you didn't meet
She's going
the
to
DC, but
going to stroke the horse with her wing.
okay.
Because she
You just
doesn't have anything
sort of
to
pet the
call.
horse.
Yes.
Okay.
To try and calm its breaths a little bit.
Okay. You can tell that as you begin to stroke the horse, it's still in a lot of stress. It still seems sort of hurt and beat up, but having you come up and sort of pet it and be near it and obviously not present yourself as a threat to this animal seems to comfort it, and it begins to breathe a little easier, although it is still breathing fast, and it does still seem to be sort of drooling and uncomfortable. You still believe that you're just petting an animal in its last minutes of life.
Mumbles.
Yes.
Once, as we're here, as that goes on, I will go over and check the horse. I will ask though. I know we're human, but as a lion, am I going to freak the horse out? Would I know that?
No. I mean, you're humanoid.
Like, I'm humanoid,
But-
yeah.
But there's obviously horses in this place who would have been around people
Okay.
of your kind. This is not a predator-prey relationship with a lion and a riding horse.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to make
No.
sure.
Might be with me.
Okay, so I will walk over at some point and check the horse as well.
Okay, you can go over and check the horse. You can make an animal handling check as well.
Ugh, terrible. 4 even.
Yep, it looks like a horse that is dying and is being comforted in its last few minutes by a strange metal bird.
I will say to one of the other people, do any of you know anything about animals?
I can try. I'm
No.
not good at it.
Does anyone have, for the purpose of this, does anyone have a passive insight of 15
Nope.
or
Yep.
higher?
Gotta.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you
Wait,
do.
okay. If you have, saying that, those of you with a passive insight more than 15 could look over and look at the horse and tell that it doesn't seem to be dying. It seems to be exhausted and probably needs something to eat and something to drink. You don't know if it'll make a full recovery at some point, but it looks like it could probably use something to eat, something to drink.
So, I'm thinking here. Does anyone know what happened to the water we got for the fish lady?
I
Oh,
have
she was off.
I have a water skin here. I don't really know why I carry a water skin. I don't drink anything.
Well, it's for me in case I run out, obviously.
Well, this works out really well actually, because I think if you give some water to the horse, then it's probably going to feel a whole lot better.
Here you go. Have my water skin. I'll hand it to Ellem.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're giving water to the horse?
I'm giving water to the horse.
I'm still watching the other way.
All right. Yep. Those of you that are watching, you hear it before you see it, but you begin to hear the of horses as they begin to approach, also coming very fast. And you watch as around the same bend as the last rider comes 2 more riders.
I'm gonna pull out a rock and
Okay.
enchant it.
I'm
you
going to hand
both
the water
in-
skin to Rhorakas.
They're
you guys
both wearing dark black tunics.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that they have the same. You watch as the last little bits of sunlight reflect off of golden masks as they turn the corner and begin to ride to you. So, what are y'all doing?
Is the horse still in the middle of the road where they're gonna trample
No,
past?
they collapse sort of off to the side.
Okay.
Oh, they also fall down.
Are there?
No, not them. I thought the horse that is already down.
That's what I meant.
No, they're upright.
And
The people who are watching out are warning us, correct?
Yes, there are 2 more riders coming. Do I see?
I'm putting the mask in my bag.
Do I see bows?
No.
So I
I will
don't.
No,
sta-
you don't.
I'll-
You it's too from the distance and the fact that they're riding. Even with that roll, you can't see what they have underneath their tunics at this distance and speed.
I'll stand.
They don't.
Up
They're not wearing
and-
anything on the outside.
I'll
like
stand up
weaponry.
and get ready. I'll stand up and turn towards it from the horse.
So
I'm just gonna wait for them to approach.
Okay,
Ellem
so
said
they're
that
probably. Oh, go ahead. Good.
Ellem said that he gave Rhorakas the water skin.
Yep.
Okay. She's gonna give the water to the horse.
I'm
The
gonna
horse takes the
climb
water,
off of.
seems more stable.
I'm gonna climb off of Hagen and kind of back up as far as I can get from where they're coming from.
Okay. So the riders are now probably 15, 20 feet from where the two of you have been keeping watch. They haven't looked at you. They haven't glanced at you. They seem to be paying you no mind at all. They are looking as if they are intent to ride past where you are at this moment.
I will. I will
They're
stand to
looking
the side.
very intently at where the downed horse is.
I will stand to the side and let them pass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I will
Right, the
follow at
horses-
a close distance.
All right, the horses just go a little bit past where you are. Their horses stop. They hop off of their horses and begin to approach where Adwenis is as he is inspecting
She.
the. I'm so sorry. I'll get it confused so bad.
Me too.
It's all right. It's
She-
all right. I'll remind you every
Well,
time.
I've been saying they because
That's
that usually
understandable,
because that
honestly.
usually helps. Well, that usually helps me because you can't
Gender is
really,
fake.
like I can't make a mistake if I say they because they can be anything. So over to
Let's put it
where
this way.
Adwenis is standing, and
Let's put it-
they are inspecting this mask. And
I
It's
put
about
the
that-
mask away in my backpack. If you want me to roll a sleight of hand for that, I can.
no, you're able to put it in your backpack. And as you do, you all watch as there's also a small crowd that's gathered around you as they've watched this horse and rider topple. There's two in particular standing in between where you are, Adwenis, and then where there's Kiala, Rhorakas, and Ellem, where they're standing by the horse, and there's two people. You watch as the two riders, as they've gotten off, reach underneath their tunic. They pull out blades, stab the two citizens who were standing right there in between you, and you watch them fall dead to the ground, and they step over their dead bodies, and again begin to approach where Adwenis is.
Am I able to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Just you at this point.
I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on the closest one.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. So let's go ahead.
Hmm.
You can go.
Let's.
Do I get a full round or do I just get one action?
You are going to get one action.
Okay, yeah.
Because they are so at this point they are so focused on getting to where the rider has collapsed and where you are standing there, and they've as they saw you as they turned holding the mask, so they know you have it. May not have seen you put it in your package. You've done that quickly as they've approached, but they know that you've seen it.
Yeah, the mask is gone and I'm the closest one there. That's understandable.
Exactly. So in their focus, they're coming at you, but they're also so focused on that you're going to have time to do something. So you cast Witch Bolt at the one closest.
Yeah. Just put me where I should be.
So yeah, let me move you real quick from where this has all happened. So
And as I was following behind them with my rock in the sling ready to go, do I get an action too?
nope.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're gonna move everyone to where these are approximate positions. Let me do this. I don't know. I wanted to move all three of you at the same time. So they've come up. They've begun to approach.
So they
Hagen,
came
you're
from this
behind,
direction,
and Zonnos is here. Yes, they came from this direction.
Then I would be over here.
Over where? Because this
And
is
where
where
is-
the three of you are standing is a little bit behind where the horse would have collapsed, and then this is where the rider is, right over here by this large rock.
And the citizens were
Right
here?
here. Yeah, right in this area.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So did I see them kill
Would I
this
have-
person?
Yeah. I mean, you've seen them. I said you saw them drop these two people, step over their corpses, and begin to move towards Adwenis, and that's when Adwenis has turned and is cast.
I'll
Would I have
start
advantage on
moving.
Witch Bolt for surprise?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Kiala will start moving that direction.
True, good
Where,
thing.
23.
as soon as this happens, 23. Oh, 23 definitely hits. Wait, just go ahead and. I mean, they're both about the same. Let me stagger them a little bit. So that this one's closer to
it's
this one in front.
This one right here,
Yep.
definitely.
So go ahead and. Roll
It's 2
damage.
damage, lightning.
Okay.
And is there a
And which
concentrated
bolt lets you deal damage every turn after, right?
As an action, yes.
Okay. So you
No real
deal.
good for concentrating one, so I'm going to do that.
So all right. So this all happens quickly. You've watched them step over these corpses. Adwenis has turned, and you just watch this sort of blue.
Yeah,
go
Adwenis
ahead.
pulls a crystal out, and a lightning bolt just streaks towards the closest cultist and seems to just tether to him.
And you watch it hit and surge over their body. It doesn't seem to have hurt them very much, but it's definitely gotten their attention now. It sort of snapped them out of this mode that they were in, intent on the mask and rider. And with that, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
You've got to create an initiative tracker first.
Why is it so mean to me like that?
Okay, I rolled a natural 1 again.
Well, good thing you went first then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't have a good
11.
con though, so I might fail my saving throws to maintain Witch Bolt, which is a shame.
Mumbles, I'll do a fake roll through D&D Beyond for you,
Yeah, if you could just...
but that'll be an 18.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
An 18.
Yep.
Okay.
Mine should be a 3, by the way.
Okay.
I rolled it. 5.
Alright.
God, one of them rolled 21.
Who is still not in the?
I'm
Yeah,
not
roll
in
across.
yet.
Okay.
There we go. I'll just do that. Whatever.
I'm also not in yet.
Rhorakas, please
Whether
save
you
me.
want to put whether you want to put the 5 in there or keep the 21 is up to you. Because my first roll on D&D Beyond was a 5.
DM,
What?
I'm not in there either.
Okay. Thank you.
You can right click on your character and click the little sword and shield once he's created.
Oh. Oh,
Tracker.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Join
We're
me,
all
Ellem.
rolling super.
That was
Great.
for the initiative. I have an 11 because I rolled
Okay. Cool.
Or did it roll? Did mine roll?
Gotcha. Okay. So we come up and all this has happened really fast. We are at the top of the round. Rhorakas, what are you doing?
So, just to recap, because I was a little bit distracted.
Mm-hmm.
You said they killed people?
Yes.
And
Yes,
the
they
one
killed
that I'm pointing...
two citizens
Hey,
who were standing in front
He's
of them.
going to be infuriated by that. Because we're in Acros, and these are the people that he has come to know.
These are your people. Okay.
These are my people. She is infuriated.
The one that
He's
I'm pinging
going
is
to-
tethered by lightning to Adwenis.
and it was just 2 random citizens, right? Like just innocent bystanders.
Yep.
Okay.
that's going to make her extremely infuriated. She's going to whip out her heavy crossbow and fire.
Now, which one?
You said this one has lightning on it?
Yep.
This one.
Okay, 23 definitely hits. 8 piercing damage. Alright, so Rhorakas, you pull out this heavy crossbow, bolt already loaded, fire around, and it just flies straight through there and catches the return right in their lower abdomen, and the arrow just sticks in, and they sort of hunch over, one hand clutching at the arrow. What else?
What else do I have? I'll give a bardic inspiration to names escape me. Da 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 da. Who are you? Adwenis.
Okay. Winnis, you now have a bardic inspiration.
I appreciate it. I will need that.
Okay. Yep, I'm ignoring your fake roll.
Thank you. I just needed to test something.
All right, Rhorakas, are you moving?
Yes. The game is paused for me, by the way.
Yeah, game's paused.
There we go.
It's been paused.
I gotcha.
There we go. Now I can do things freely. She's going to she's gonna actually stay right here too, just in case they want to play dirty and go after the horse.
Okay. All right, that ends Rhorakas's turn. Be this sentry.
I need to get turn order up. Hold on. There we go. Combat tracker. Much better.
So you watch as this sentry pulls out a short bow, knocks an arrow, and fires it back at Rhorakas. The arrows are jet black.
Like the one sticking out of the body?
Just like the one sticking out of the body.
Okay.
That is going to be a... Alright, Rhorakas. 9 to hit.
I'm going to repeatedly
Nope.
forget to switch characters.
And misses. So they come up, bring out their short bow, knock this jet black arrow, let it loose, and it flies, and it goes in between all three of you and sticks into the dirt on the opposite side.
I was gonna say that it just tings off my body.
Right in front of Zonnos.
It is then going to try and take a step back. And as it does, Hagen, you get... no, it doesn't. Nope, it's not going to move out of your range.
Nope.
But it's not.
I was waiting for it, though.
It's going to move back right there. And then Hagen, it's your turn.
I will try to stab it with my horns.
Okay.
And that's 9, 10, 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Stick.
As you come up to hit it with your horn, and it takes the bow right there sort of at the end and loops it, catching your horn, and shoves you off to the side.
I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to move. I'm going to just stay there and roar at it.
Okay. And you roar at it. Kiala.
More of a growl, not a roar.
Kiala will take out her great axe and
Okay.
run up to this one.
Alright.
And she will bonus action rage.
Okay.
Because she didn't like seeing these people cut down either. And she will attack
Alright. Roll for your attack.
with her great axe. Mm. 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll damage.
6. It's terrible damage.
6. All right, 6 damage. You come up with your. Oh, that wasn't the right amount of hit points. There we go. So you come up and you swing your great axe and you bring it down across, and you manage to just catch it across the chest, tearing through its armor down, and you can see its skin begin to break open as you cut down and all the way through and across its chest. Looks hurt.
Okay.
Anything else?
I will, as I run up, I will say, I'll say, how dare you kill these innocent bystanders, or something along those lines, but more ragey.
All right. So you come up and you say this, and they turn back to you and go, "You are all bleeders to us."
Bleeders?
Bleeders. Did you rage?
I did.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. Thank you. All right. It is now this sentry. This sentry is going to turn at you with their blade, and is going to strike out and attempt to hit you.
Okay.
Let me see something here. Okay. That is going to be a +5. All right, so that is a 22 to hit.
No.
Hits.
Okay. Okay, that is way too much damage.
That
did not roll right. Excuse me for a second. Okay, let me check that. Okay, there it is. So you take. No way. All right, you
Barbarian,
take.
it's okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna take 8 piercing damage.
Okay, so 4, because I'll have that.
Okay. And yep, reduced to 4, and then you take 9 poison damage.
Holy shoot!
8.
So 4 and 9?
Yeah.
Alright.
I rolled really good on the damage roll there.
I don't get a
Hey,
save
thanks
to
for
try and
taking
shrug
that
it
attack
off.
for me, by the way.
Huh?
I don't get a save to try and shrug it off.
No, you do not.
Alright, so that's 13 damage total.
Yep.
I am at 2 hit points, guys.
I'm sorry, Adwenis,
I
what
would
did
be
you say?
unconscious, so thank you.
All right. And so with that, the sentry takes her blade and stabs it and gets it right into the midsection, and you feel it just pierce deep. And as you do, you feel just this like something's eating away at your insides, and it begins to burn. And they pull the blade back out of you. Zonnos.
Zonnos is going to run over here, cast Mage Hand, which is going to create this ethereal blue hand looking not unlike his own, and it's going to reach over into Hagen's pouch and pick up one of the pebbles that he had imbued earlier, and he's just going to hold it there. And then it's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just gonna glance over at him and nod.
Okay. Ellem, you're up.
All right, so first of all, I'm going to kind of take stock of everything and be like, wow, I guess we all just going to start shooting people, all right. And so then I'll take a couple of steps back. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this right. Nope, that ain't it. Yes, there we are. Okay, just back up a little bit away from all the dangerous things. And then I'm going to start shooting at the guy who's, kind of a bit back step here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That one. And, Fenris boy. So he's dead.
I'm sorry. Point out the one real quick that you shot.
The one that's over by Hagen.
Okay, the one by Hagen. All right. So you watch as Fenris comes up
That'll
and
do,
pulls
Pete.
back on this bow of his own design. And as he looses it, you watch 3 arrows shoot one after the other and comes up and it smacks the sentry. One goes straight through its throat, another right into its heart, and then one just below that piercing into its stomach. And the sentry just, I mean, no last gasp of breath, nothing. The sentry just collapses to the ground, totally dead. Like, super dead.
No worries, guys. I did that.
Like, so dead they may never be able to return again. Like, they may be dead even in the underworld.
5 damage.
So that will be... Why are you not showing up as dead? There we go. Dead.
That's beautiful.
Phew. Oh my gosh. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good. I think.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there really?
Hey, quick question, Mumbles.
Mhm.
Well, not question, observation. It appears that you don't have it set to do the crit correctly.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I've changed the setting and it won't save my setting.
Fine.
And I don't know why.
Hashtag blame
It's-
Gabby.
We just kind of have to do that math on our own. So, which kind of sucks. But is what it is. All right, so that one drops to the ground dead. Adwenis.
I'm going to use my action to repeat the Witch Bolt, so the lightning around him just gets tighter.
Okay.
Another 2.
All right.
I will reach out and just bring my hand up, and as a bonus action, I will summon my boy, the Tentacle, which I can't bring out for some reason.
Okay. The tentacle. You should be able to move it.
Yep,
Yep.
I will move it right there. It doesn't count as a creature, so it doesn't grant flanking, and it doesn't benefit from flanking. Unless you would like to change that, but
No.
just the way it is.
No,
Yeah,
I would not.
good.
And it will attack.
Okay.
Misses.
Yes, it does. 9 misses. As the tentacle comes up and you move it, swings, and it just manages to step out of the way.
A
Don't
black
forget your
tentacle
barking
that's just
inspiration.
dotted with stars on it.
Black tentacle dotted with stars. Any movement? you?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna move back here.
All right.
Need to stay within 30 feet for Witch Bolt.
Okay. All right, so that ends Adwenis' turn. Back to the top of the round, Rhorakas.
I would just like for her to remind Adwenis about her bardic inspiration that she gave him. Her.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I would like to use Bardic Inspiration if I can. I completely forgot.
Yeah, go ahead. Just because it's our first
Doesn't
session.
matter.
It's a D8, isn't it?
Nope.
No, it's a D6 to begin with.
No, it's a D6. Nope, that still does not, unfortunately. All right.
So my turn. It's going to try and see Ellem do that amazing thing. She's going to try and see if she can get something
Okay.
like how he did.
Eight misses.
That's not gonna cut it.
As you
Roll up
fire
that.
and it goes over top the return and just whizzes over their head.
She is not going to use Healing Word on the Leonin.
Okay. Kiala.
Kiala. I need to learn names.
It's okay, you'll get it eventually.
It's the first session. It's all good. All right. You regain
4.
4 hit points, Cal.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right. Rhorakas, any movement?
This goes to thing Apologize in advance.
No,
Ah.
no movement at all.
All right.
She
Here's
is
Rhorakas.
basically protecting the horse at this
All right.
point.
Good to know. That sentry is like super dead.
It's like extra dead.
So dead. All right, Hagen, you're up.
Extra dead.
Can I stand where that plant is? Is that safe?
It's a tentacle coming out from the ground.
Ground.
Technically, you can stand on it.
Yeah.
It's
Wait.
not a creature, so it doesn't occupy space.
Okay.
Correct.
So I'm gonna do that after I click in the right window, so I can actually move my character. And then I'm going to attack with my horns again.
Okay. You're rolling with a +2 because you're in flanking.
22 to hit.
The tentacle caresses you gently.
22 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
It's very cold.
Can I? So am I. I'm metal. Roll over damage. 1d6. Hang on, I have to look on the floor. 2
No!
plus. That's it. Just 2.
2?
2 damage, guys.
Oh wait,
Okay.
hold on. Horns are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
They take your strength into account.
Plus
I
your
believe.
strength. Yeah, yep. That is plus my strength, so that's a 2.
Okay.
Okay, that's what my witch bolt's been. And that's a D12.
Yeah.
We did this guy to death.
All right. So as Hagen comes up behind, sort of stepping and kind of getting around these tentacles that have come up out of the ground and manages to come down with their head and hit this.
Just imagine it's
return
seaweed,
with
buddy.
The returned is looking really beat up.
And then just gonna step off the tentacle just to give it some more room.
Okay.
The
After it
tentacle
caresses your
appreciates
face.
it.
He was uncomfortable with the caressing as he's doing bodily harm to other creatures. That's understandable.
You know how jellyfish just kind of wrap around you gently to sting you? That's just what the tentacles were doing.
Yeah, I just want the tentacles to have freedom of movement, that's all.
That is like peak warlock right there. That's what we're all here for. That tentacle.
It's not.
Listen, Fabulous lets me be.
It's not what I'm here for.
All right, Kiala, you're up.
If you want flanking, you should move. Coo.
Oh, yeah, because you moved.
Yep.
So yes, I would move. I will move into flanking. Nope, that's not it.
That's not right.
It doesn't want to take it, but I am in flanking.
I got you.
Okay. I don't have squares. I can't see anything. All right. So,
Hold
10?
control when you're moving, just as a tip.
okay. 10 total. Probably won't hit.
With the +2.
Yeah, because I rolled a 3. Naturally.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Hmm.
As you swing down and the sentry sort of turns their body sideways and twists at almost an inhuman angle, and you bring your great axe down, and it's such a large weapon that you kind of have to stop halfway through and pull back to avoid from slapping those caressing tentacles.
I will use my bonus action to Daunting Roar for this.
Okay.
He must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw of, says 13.
Wisdom saving throw. It's gonna be a 6.
So he is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay. All right.
Solid.
And it's Galen's turn. The sentry is going to attempt to stab you again, Kiala.
At disadvantage because he's frightened, correct?
No, that is not how that works.
Is it not? What does frightened do?
No, frightened just means he can't move closer to you.
It also
And
gives
he has
you
disadvantage.
on attacks and
Does-
ability checks.
Is it attacks? I thought it was just ability checks.
Attacks and ability checks. It's a pretty nasty status effect.
Okay. Let me roll that then. Alright, that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That is my AC.
Okay.
Shoot.
I got that one right.
All right. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
But it's halved. You're still down. But
Yeah.
it's halved.
Okay, well,
It's halved
the
to 3.
piercing is halved to 3.
Yep.
So I'm at 3 points.
Okay. And then
How much
it
poison
deals
did I take?
4 points of poison damage.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
I'm down
and dying.
and dying. Yeah, it wasn't even an even.
We can just leave her like that, right?
I mean, I'm totally fine with it.
All right. And as he
I
does,
was
he
not-
stabs you, and he watches you fall to the ground, and he pulls his spear out. He looks at you and he says, "You all bleed." And he turns back around, and he's now facing you, Hagen. And that ends his turn.
Well, buddy, I guess it's time to see if you bleed. And I will use the magic hand to throw the stone at him. 21 to hit for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Okay. That hits, and it does 5 bludgeoning damage. So you fling this magic stone, and it comes up and it smacks him in the face, and you watch him sort of stumble back, dazed, and you can. Well, it hits him in the back of the head, and he sort of stumbles, and he's dazed, and you can see that just even from his back that he's really sort of gasping for breath at this point. He's looking really torn up.
Oh,
Jeez,
well,
how
that
much
was
damage
that was
did
supposed to knock him out. You've got this right, Big Nose.
just follow your nose for the fruity taste that shows.
Follow your nose. Follow your nose.
Gonna get negative luck.
Does that
That's
enter?
fine. I
That's
auto
the end of my
deal
turn.
damage.
All right, Ellem,
I
you're up.
say, yep, I totally got this. Don't worry about it at all. And he starts like stumbling backwards a little bit, trying to reload his bow. And he'll take his action to reload his bow. Give me just a second. I'll do the same thing to him as I did the last one. You're gonna bleed too. Yes.
Like you're like reloading the thing.
I'm reloading the thing.
All right, so the special reload.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
fair
Lord.
enough. All right.
Should have known not to trust the one that came with the lion.
All right. And
It was
Ellem's
not my
turn.
fault.
Adwenis, you are up.
Relax,
taking
he's
down.
nothing more than a pest. Another two?
Solid.
Hey, does you kill the man?
All right, so 2 damage. I
Nailed
mean, you know, you managed to zap them again with the witch bolt, and they're still looking really hurt, but they're not down yet.
Okay, I've still got a tentacle attack.
Okay.
He may actually be looking more lively at this point.
It's a defibrillator, honestly.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's a lot
15
better.
hits, 10 cold damage,
Yeah, the tentacle just wraps around his neck and drags him down.
and it certainly does as you watch the tentacle just wrap him, pull him down, and he's no longer moving.
I'm just gonna look down at him and say, I would spit on you, but I have no saliva.
Am I rolling death saves? I have a question. That question.
Yeah. Heck,
Yeah, I mean,
We
so
haven't
as
come to
we
your
come
turn
back
yet.
around, Rhorakas would be you. Everyone, they're dead. So go ahead and, for the sake of this, Kiala, go ahead and make your first death saving throw.
Okay.
Well, technically, Rhorakas would have gotten to her before her turn.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
That's
What are you
true.
doing,
Okay.
Rhorakas?
And if you're talking, you're muted.
Oh, I was muted.
You're back now.
I said, yeah. I was gonna do
I'm glad
medicine
you're
check.
talking because I'm dying over here.
We'll go ahead and make a medicine check.
Not gonna be the best, but it's gonna be something.
Oh,
Thank the
that
Lord,
worked.
it's not a one.
Not bad at
Okay.
all.
I believe that stabilizes you.
Correct.
So you do not have to
I'm
make
no
that
longer
saving
bleeding
throws.
out. I am no longer bleeding out. Yay. Just
Nope.
unconscious.
And could I trouble us to do an intermission so I can give Milo his meds?
Yes, we can go
Go
ahead
for it.
and with that, since combat has ended, take you a quick bio break and whatever else you gotta do.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Mumbles, I had a question for you. I asked him.
Yep, let's bring us back in.
And we're back. Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right.
We're back.
Hi,
So,
Tree.
Kiala, you are now stable. Rhorakas has come over and stabilized you. The rest of you, the
Oh
two
man, why'd you have to go
sentries
through
are dead.
that?
What are the rest of you doing? Excuse me.
I want to take the masks from these other two people and see if they match up with the inscriptions on the back.
And I'm looking around. Are any of the other general public that were here still here?
Ooh, what are those?
So Adwenis, you come up and you take the masks off the two of them, and they are solid gold, like funeral masks. That the shape and design is very common. Like you would recognize this, being in Theros, as a funerary mask. But these are made of solid gold instead of clay. They do not, however, have the same inscriptions.
Would I know how much they're worth?
Yes, you would. So a funerary mask is worth, the solid gold ones, are worth 200 gold pieces a pile. However, you would also know that is not something that you walk into any old person and sell them a mask.
Yep.
There's a definitely a taboo associated with Mask of the Returned. And so that's a very specialized buyer, but they are extremely valuable to the right buyer.
So 200 gold point to a specialized.
Yep.
I'll
Although-
put those also in my backpack.
You did ask me about inscriptions on. You did mention inscriptions, so they're not the same, but there is an inscription on both their masks.
Okay.
It says exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
It says, "Silence the heretic Varius. His secrets must remain dead."
Do I notice the writing?
It's kind of small.
What language is it in?
Common.
Silence. The
Yep.
heretic. How do I spell various?
Varyas.
His
This
secrets.
stuff asks pretty heavily. What
His
What are you looking
secrets
at?
must remain dead.
I'm definitely putting those with the other.
She asked you a question.
What's up?
She said, "You're looking at those masks pretty heavily. What are you looking at?"
There's a cipher on, and I'll pull out the original mask. On this one that I haven't quite completely deciphered.
Ooh, mind
The
if I
other-
take a look?
I trust you, Zonnos, but I'd prefer we be in a safe location before we take a closer look. You
Ah, right.
understand?
That's smart.
The other two have a different cipher, although the cipher is the same on the other two.
No,
No.
yeah, the two are written in common. The one that you took off is in a code. Completely
Is in a
coded.
code. Okay.
Yep, like
This one's
it's
in a
its
code.
own cipher and everything. But the other two
Yep.
are just written in common.
The other two are in common, but we'll talk about the small once we get off the streets. This is not a safe place for us right now.
Yeah, how many people
Agreed,
are still
agreed.
hanging around?
We can go to my parents' bathhouse.
Is all you did was pull the masks off the bodies?
Yeah, I've only pulled the masks off. I haven't actually searched the bodies.
I would like to very carefully and not entirely publicly, if you get my drift, look through whatever they've got on them, see if there's anything worth and bring it along, as it were.
Well, you're standing in the middle of 5 other people and one who is pulling masks off their face, so
As it turns
Won't
out,
be
I'm
that
very sneaky.
it won't be that slick.
Gonna be hard
Um,
to see, in other words.
Go ahead and. So you're gonna search the bodies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm gonna walk over to the bodies and use prestidigitation to completely clean them.
Okay. You walk over from the bodies are now cleaned up.
You can certainly try.
So, Ellem, as you
Yes?
search the bodies, you come across a pouch that has 20 silver pieces in it,
Uh huh.
and you also find a broken piece of pottery and I'd like you to make either and also Zonnos, since you're right there.
I'm also right there, but I don't know if I can do that because I'm looking at the. Right.
I think for this you're looking at the mask.
That's understandable. I would just bring.
I'm right there.
This can be checked at any time. This is just for now. So go ahead and make, both of you. You can make an Arcana or a Religion check, whichever one you prefer.
Okay.
May I do that as well?
You wouldn't be able to see what they're looking at from where you are. 15. Yeah, okay, 15 does it. So Zonnos, you're not sure. You've never seen. It just kind of looks like a clay shard to you. It looks curious, but you don't know what it is. But strangely enough, Ellem, you do.
Strangely enough.
Well, really not strangely, because of the, let's say, the markets that you're privy to, and the people who you've come across, you recognize this as an Ostraca.
Okay.
Ostraka.
All right.
And Ostraca is a broken shard from a clay funerary mask, one that is typically placed on someone who is deceased in this world before they travel through the rivers that line the world and are boated across. You know that this is used as a currency in the underworld, and almost exclusively by the returned, both there and those who live in the city of the returned.
Okay.
But that is all that is on the bodies. If you would like to attempt to hide the silver that you found, you may make a sleight of hand check.
People are gonna hit me. Doing it.
And these masks are 200 gold points each, right?
That's right. 22.
I said gold points. That's.
I know what you mean.
You know, it's a meme.
Sleight of hand, 22. Is anyone contesting?
I would
Couldn't
like
if I tried.
No, I couldn't if I tried. I have a +1.
I would like to contest, but I don't think I'll do it.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
I would because I watched him.
No, I rolled a 3,
But I'm
so
unconscious.
All right, so Ellem, you find this small
Yes,
pouch of
actually.
silver, and you
No,
manage
so-
to slip it into your own pocket, and no one is the wiser.
I'll be honest, I
That's
was
like-
muted.
that's
I was
15
trying to,
pieces,
I was
right?
trying to say that I would.
Okay. You can roll.
Sorry.
you didn't.
You saw nothing.
Yeah, no, I didn't see nothing. I don't know what I was rolling.
That was 15 pieces, right?
22.
22.
You rolled sleight of hand, Rhorakas.
No, how many
should've
pieces of
rolled,
silver?
What I was supposed to roll, I
Wisdom.
got
It was
the wrong
20
hand.
silver.
20 silver.
No. Okay. I mean, that's
Yeah. I mean, what your base roll was, no matter what you added to that. you didn't see it, so Ellem, you now have 20 silver pieces. As you all are stood there for a second longer, 3 guards who have sort of made their way down come across you and this sort of small gathered crowd. A dead rider, a dead horse, 2 horses standing up, and 2 more dead people, and
The
a
horse-
tentacle
The horse died.
in the ground. Oh, I'm sorry, not a dead, just the horse. The horse, dead rider. I'm so sorry. The horse,
Step up
dead
to the
rider,
guards also.
She
and
protected that horse with her life. It better not be dead.
And an unconscious Leonin.
the Leonin is unconscious. And the guards come up and
I'll
just
step
kinda
up
look
to
at them
them.
and go, what happened here?
the lion did it.
We were attacked by 2 of these creatures as they rounded the bend chasing this one.
They killed
I
those
believe-
2 over there first.
Indeed, we retaliated, trying to protect ourselves and protect the rest of the people around us. It's good that you're here, though.
I did not like seeing my own
Steve?
people being slaughtered by these golden people.
Indeed not. Although it seems that we've come maybe a little too late by our standards, but are the rest of you, are you okay?
Besides
This
Kiala, we are
Leon
fine.
is
I
stable,
think
but
she'll be all right.
she's not doing well.
Right as rain. Never been better.
Who is Kiala? Is that the
The one
leader
that's
there?
unconscious. Yep.
It's the furry one there.
She can't hold her own in a fight.
Can't hold her
Oh,
liquor
you are
either. She
gonna
found
get
that out.
hit with the
last
great
week.
axe, buddy.
She can't hear me. She's unconscious.
Well, if you need us to, we can help you get her inside the city. Is that where you're heading?
If you would escort us, that would be very nice.
Yes, indeed. And you see the one in front turn to the other two behind, and he goes, "Stay here with the bodies. I'll go and we'll get someone and send them back to clean this up." The rest of you,
I already cleaned their bodies, so they should be good to go.
we mean the road. We'll need to clear the road.
Oh well, I mean, if you insist.
The rest of you, if you'll begin to head towards the city, and I'll help you.
He's
with your
gonna.
being in friend.
Am I able to pick up the? Am I able to pick Kiala? Pick up Kiala?
I weigh 250 pounds.
With
I'll help. I'm not strong, but
and
like,
the guard,
I
the
owe
guard
her.
is there to help. Like he's gonna help you, sort of drag her back in.
I'll take her great axe then for safekeeping,
Okay.
so it's not
wait,
just
who
dragging across the ground.
I'm going to approach the guard and tell him that she looks to be dragged from the feet first. It really just trust me. It's her preference, 100%. Don't
No,
worry
it's
about it. Just
From the
do
feet,
it.
you said.
From the feet. Yes, absolutely.
Please
Alright.
don't listen to anything that man says.
I
He
am.
is a drunken
I am
idiot.
so confused.
this
Are we
man.
moving the body? Are we dragging her by her feet?
You
What are we doing?
drag her by the feet.
We are
Especially,
moving
actually, if you can do it by the
Hagen
tail,
Greathorn.
that'd be even
I'm
better.
just gonna
Hagen,
I'm just
can
gonna
you
look at
help God,
Zonnos
please?
and just be like, and I'm just gonna start walking away with Zonnos.
I will
He's
help.
going
I'll,
to-
I'll help the guard. Like put her over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah,
strong, but I
Okay.
should be enough with the guard.
Yeah, definitely. The two of you.
Well,
I'll ask you since we're in set. Anybody have any interest in the horses, or are you gonna leave those with the guards?
I mean, like, not really.
I have trauma with horses. I've left far too many behind. I just can't do it anymore.
Fair enough.
I'm very
Do
heavy.
you remember leaving them in a frozen wilderness to starve to death?
Those ones and weren't there some in the desert, in the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and the cloud giants?
Yep.
She's going to- all she's going to say to the guards is to keep the horses well.
Yes, we'll make sure they're taken care of. We'll take them to our own stables.
Guys, if you want to see an image of Akros,
horses.
it's in the Discord if you want to join the Discord.
Yeah.
And so with that, you all slowly make your way towards Akros and its high walls as it sits up, perched on top of the mountain. And you come up to a large
In the description.
gate where everyone is, coming in and out. It's not guarded as in they necessarily restrict who comes in and out. They just keep close watch for disturbances here right at the city gate. And the presence of a guard being with you, I mean, you don't attract any sort of extra eyes. But the guard comes with you, helping you move along Kiala's body, probably, let's say, 100 feet past the gate, where he leaves you all there with Kiala still unconscious at the moment.
He's going to help Adwenis then help carry the body then.
Thank you.
Since the guard no
It's
longer
not
will.
a body. It's
You're a
not
body.
the body.
Kiala.
I'm not dead.
You're
Not this
functionally
time.
dead.
I'm not
You're
dead.
dead weight still.
I'm
Yeah.
not dead!
But it's not the body.
You're right. You're worse than dead. If you were dead, we could leave you by the side of the road.
Oh, you go through your pockets and look for loose change.
I still thought that was a good idea.
As the person walks by, you bring out your dead, and you put Kiala on the cart.
We got one. We got one
I'm
over
not
here.
Dead.
Just this one.
I'm not dead.
It's like to whack Kiala with a pan.
You could be if you keep going. All right, so you all are now inside of the city of Agros, where as you watch the people, it's like right at dark now. The streets are lit by lanterns or torches, just depending on where. And funny enough, as people pass, they recognize Rhorakas, offering anything from just standard greeting to congratulations, and just seem to walk by. You can tell here that Rhorakas seems to have made a name for themselves within this city. And so here you are, just inside the gate. What are you all doing?
Rhorakas, do you have a place to stay?
Yes, my parents own the bathhouse around here. I assure you that we can stay there for the moment.
Can I talk to one of the guards?
The guards
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it won't be the same guard, but I mean, you could walk 100 feet to the city gate and
Sure.
talk to someone. Sure.
Zonnos, you're coming with me?
Absolutely, buddy.
Excuse me, officer, sir. Do you know anything about the fight that happened outside the gate a little ago?
What fight?
Well, there were these people in with gold masks with no faces, and I don't know anything about them, but they were not very nice.
He sort of he takes a second to look very closely at you, Hagen, sort of up and down.
Why? What's wrong with me?
I ain't heard anything, but are you one of them minotaurs?
I am a minute, but don't judge me by that. I am a scientist. I am a
What's a scientist?
Well, I invent things and I make things.
What do you make?
Well, weapons and armor and tools and things. But we're off topic slightly.
He's really good at them too.
Yes, thank
What's
you.
wrong with your skin?
Well, I'm right. But do you know anything about the gold mask people?
No. What gold masks?
Well, I don't have them, but they were, and I just sort of described them.
Yeah, you see strange things on the Titan stairs.
Yes,
Nothing's come through here,
apparently. Yes.
except for you. You're bloody strange.
Okie dokie. Yes, I get that. Yes. a lot.
Seeing that Hagen is wondering about these things, is there any information that I would have read about them? You want a religion check?
Or history, whichever you prefer.
Oh, definitely history.
Yep, either's fine. Oh yeah, I mean you're the DM now, so let me just send you my notes.
Sweet. He just got rid of that.
Yeah, about the I know, right? Is this something back to you? Yeah, so you know a fair bit about the Returned. You know that most of them who come back end up in the city of Zonnos, which is also called the city of the Returned. You know that what a Returned is someone who has come back from the underworld, and whenever they did, they have had to forsake their entire identity before coming back to the world of the living. Their memories, any sort of emotional capacity they had while they were living, relationships, anything that made them who they were, gets left behind when they return to the land of the living, and they become essentially a new person. And they wear the masks because they have no face. A lot of times on the masks, they'll have writing or inscriptions on them because it is the only way that it's kind of like the movie Memento, where he has to take pictures and he leaves notes on them to himself. Have you ever seen that?
No, but I want to now.
Okay.
It's an interesting movie. Like, it's hard to talk about that movie without giving it away.
So, but the idea is that really the only thing that you can bring with you is any of the information that you can scroll, that you can sort of scribe down on your mask whenever you come back, and that's all you have. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else. There would be. You know that the first return is actually Finax, who is a god in the pantheon in Theros. He's the god of the returned.
So I'm going to relay all of this to Hagen. And is there anything in particular you were questioning about there, big boy?
Right, I wanted to know how common it was to see them here this close to the city.
Well, Dean, how common is it to see them this close to the city?
Very uncommon. Typically, return do not venture away from Zonnos once they're out of the underworld.
Now, it's quite strange.
When you do see them, they typically tend to be assassins.
They were probably assassins.
They weren't very good.
They were not. Although they did almost get one of us.
Well, yes, but apparently she's easy to kill.
I mean, went down like a rock.
For those watching right now, that's a reference to our session 0. I'll tell you later.
I'm so glad she was unconscious. Because this
He's
would
only
just be
brave
so
enough
bad for
because
you.
I am.
Okay, so that is what you know. Let's
Thanks.
see.
Thanks, Mr. Guard.
Kiala,
I'm
go ahead
gonna-
and roll a d4 for me real quick.
Who?
Kiala.
Sorry, I was...
I just need a
Kiala?
D. Yep, I need a d4 from you, please.
Give me a good one.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 1.
Two.
One.
Two?
Two. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's how long you're unconscious for still.
2 minutes or hours?
Hours.
Kill me.
2 hours.
It's fair.
Gag me with
You're
the
with the
spoon.
2 people who actually want you to stay alive. Don't worry.
With a spoon, Mrs. Henderson.
It would almost be like if yeah, I mean, if only you had like a healing potion or something, that'd be great. But no. Darn,
I do.
that sucks.
Hey, can I take healing potions? Can me and Foxy take... How does that work?
You guys count as creatures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can drink, you just don't need to.
Okay, alright. Just checking.
You can
Unless you're
drink,
dying,
you
then
don't
you need to drink a health potion.
It's fair. I invent defibrillator.
You don't need to sustain yourself with food and drink,
Okay.
but
You've
you
got
can
like an
partake.
You've got like an oil cap on the back. We just unscrew that, pour it in, top it back off.
That counts as a bonus action.
Really?
So yeah. So you're in the city. Rhorakas seems to be pretty well known. She had mentioned that her parents own the local bathhouse, which is called Rhorakas, which is called.
It is called
Better be funny.
the... Hold on.
Better be.
The Fiery Goddess Bathhouse.
It's not funny.
No.
No, Mumbles came up with it, so...
I try to run
I'm gonna
like
tell
a
you.
semi-serious game, you bunch of loons.
Why?
I'm being serious for once in my life.
He is. I'm very proud of him.
I am true neutral. It's very difficult.
You're doing so good, Micro.
So, Kiala's still unconscious. Hagen has talked to a guard unsuccessfully. Zonnos has then filled him in with some information. What are you doing?
So, are there any
They come back
temples
yet?
around, specifically to Keranos, and or Dang, I don't have access to that. Mucky's God, whichever one that is.
Perforus.
Wait. Okay, something about Perforus. What did you say before that?
Is Perforos your god?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a temple to Keranos and or Perfinos in the area? Perforos?
You get there
That
eventually.
is a really excellent question, actually.
Thank you. That's why he asked it.
Yeah.
He's very smart, Mr. Omniscient Voice Person.
Sitting here with all the comments and the unconscious.
So they're
setting.
not back yet then.
Deep breath.
No,
Deep
we're not at
breath.
the bathhouse.
Well, we haven't
no,
gone
we
to the
haven't even
bathhouse
left
yet.
To the bathhouse.
We're waiting for you guys to finish with the guards, because minotaurs aren't well
Well,
liked.
we were done with the guards as soon as we started.
waiting for you guys to return to our party, so that way we can go to the bathhouse together.
Donner, party of 9. Oh.
No. So unfortunately, you don't really know a lot about Akros to know if there is. Are you like?
Well,
are you
is,
gonna go and
is
try?
is the guard more useful with that information?
Yes, you may ask the guard if I remember. Yeah. So you're gonna ask the guard if there's a temple nearby?
Yes.
All right. I don't even know how to do that voice again. I did like 3 different ones for the same guy.
We've all been there. I've already done 4
I know,
tonight. And I only have 1 character.
You go to the center of the city. Ho
Why not?
Man, he sure does get excited when you talk about the temple.
I thought we were in a serious campaign, Mumbles.
Quiet down, you're unconscious.
All right. So.
Oh
Yeah,
boy!
you,
Oh boy!
boy.
And
Oh,
if you
toodles.
throw someone off the cliff, you hear woo!
That's what happens.
Come on, guys! Everything is this way.
That's what you do if you spar
fun here.
somebody in Akros and just do the goofy thing on them. All right, so the guard. If you go to the just outside the center of the city,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a bunch of temples there. Should be able to find one for your god or whoever else's.
Alrighty, thank you, bud.
Sure, no problem.
And I will head that direction.
Okay. Head towards the center of the city for a temple.
I'm going with him.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll an
See
investigation
them
check.
heading off in a different direction, or are they too far away?
No, I mean you're gonna watch them. They're gonna walk past you to go where they're going.
Yeah, we're completely ignoring you guys at this point.
Um.
Well,
so
then she's
Would you say
going to
investigation?
say-
yeah.
she's just going to say, then if they're going to go on their own adventures, to just get Kiala to the bathhouse
Okay. So
with
Rhorakas
Adwenis
is going to the
and
bathhouse, and are you going to drag Kiala with you?
Well, I'm going
Right,
with
carry.
Rhorakas.
Okay. Well, that's what I was going to ask. What Adwenis and Ellem were going to do. If you all are going to go to the bathhouse with Rhorakas and the unconscious Kiala.
Now that's a great question. As I understand it, the line is currently asleep, right? And I have some coin which may or may not be burning a hole in my pocket right now. As we move along the way towards the bathhouse, might we be passing some sort of, pub or something to that effect?
Rhorakas, you would know that they serve alcoholic beverages at the bathhouse.
you can get your
especially
hell at the
Good
bathhouse.
wine to get drunk on.
Just follow me and you can do whatever you want with your money.
No, you don't know that I have money.
Did you not say that you have something burning a hole in your pocket?
Not to
Out
you.
loud. I thought you said it out loud.
I
I
think
said
that
that
was
to the
just
DM.
exposition in their head.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ellem's pants
I
are
was-
literally on fire right now.
how would I can't
Why?
tell when you're doing out of character and when you're doing in character when you're talking in the same voice, Gavi. It's very confusing.
Well, his character's inner voice does sound very similar to his outer voice.
His character's inner voice just speaks without the nasally pitch.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but
It's-
not really.
It's like you've seen his face in real life.
You know how a bulldog looks? That's how the inner voice speaks.
We broke Mumbles. Mumbles is broken. DM out of order. Please renew.
404, air 404.
I mean, just the
Do
nose.
we need to
man.
take like a 3-minute break?
Like, okay, so here's what we're gonna have to do. Ellem is either gonna have to roll like an investigation check to find a plastic surgeon, or you're gonna have to die before we get halfway through this, because there's no way I'm making it through this whole campaign with the running nose jokes.
You're running nose jokes?
Oh no! Because Akros is a big city, and if you start walking around during the day,
he's a fast boy, so you could probably catch up with it.
I mean,
Listen, my
Akros is a big
tentacles
jet
will lower
city,
his speed by 5 feet, as well as cleaning out those sinuses.
That's
They're 10 feet,
guys.
sorry.
This is not funny.
You're right, it's not funny, it's hilarious.
It's not. It's not. Never mind. I'll try it again later.
I got it, Monkey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
You
got
heard
you.
it, man.
I mean, because you're like, if you're walking around Akros in the daytime, I'm probably gonna make you start rolling dexterity checks to see if you bump people with that thing, because it's gonna get pretty tight in the marketplace. But
Hey.
yeah,
He's gonna have to roll Constitution saves against bad smells.
Hey, he's a rogue. He uses it to hide behind.
Hey, I do have the feat that I can hide in light obscurity. So
I will-
you
That's
know.
not a lot of obscurity.
What happened to the rogue? All I see is this giant nose.
considering that people are naturally averting their eyes anyway, that definitely counts as obscure.
How can you avert your eyes from that? It's your whole field of view.
Does he have
like this-
disadvantage on stealth checks because of the smell of alcohol that just permeates out of his pores?
I'm gonna throw up from laughing.
All right,
So for reference, Ellem just in general kind of looks like Prince Humperdinck would have if he had lost that battle to the pain.
okay.
To the death, to the
Ellem
pain.
looks like a 4th generation inbred royal.
All right, so here we go.
7th.
Okay, let's reel it back in, guys.
Stop giving away his backstory.
Bringing us back.
Well, you're trying. It's not working real well. People.
So Rhorakas, Kiala, Adwenis, and Ellem are currently heading towards the bathhouse, as Rhorakas has offered up free information about the fact that the bathhouse has good wine to get drunk on. Ellem, does that sound agreeable to you?
Is the wine free?
Rhorakas, is the wine free?
No, you will have to pay for it.
I thought we were friends. I suppose I'll have to get closer to you. Let me get a little closer to you. Throws an arm around her.
Okay.
And she will shrug him off because she does not like people touching her.
I brush the feathers. All the way down.
It will be very uncomfortable.
Do I take like a like a 1 point of damage or something from cutting myself on metal feathers or something, or?
Nope. No, not that kind of metal.
Okay.
It's smooth. It's not like it's sheet metal. Sheet metal wings that you slice your hand on if you touch. I mean, that'd be cool.
That would be
It's worth
cool.
asking.
It would be nice.
Time
Because
for
then I
some
can just throw
upgrades.
myself at people and kill them.
So, Zonnos and Hagen, it takes you, I don't know, half an hour wandering through from the gates into the center. It's kind of dark, but you get the gist of it. Zonnos, Hagen, you're both pretty smart. So, you find, you look for a while, and you find the temple to, oh my gosh, Perforus first. Excuse me. And then it'll be a little ways down will be the one to Karanos. So are you going to each other's temple together, or are you splitting up?
Do you want to split up and meet back, or do you want to go together? What do you want to do, buddy?
I'll follow you.
We can go and see Perforus first.
If you want to.
All right. It's right here. We might as well.
Okie dokie.
And I say temple lightly. It's really just a shrine with a roof and a place to stand or sit.
What does it
Hey,
look
that's
like?
all we need, bro.
Yep.
Listen, standing room for Zonnos is basically sitting room for anyone else.
Okay, so I'm gonna anchor a sitting rod for that nose of Ellem. I couldn't even think of his name.
So I'm gonna go up to the shrine,
Saddle for that boy.
and what does it look like? What do I see?
You see a shrine to Perforus. It is like impossible to properly do this image any justice of what the symbol looks like. So I'm just going to show you.
All right.
It's impossible to show it justice, but here it is.
I meant describe, but my
That's a
brain.
It's impossible to verbally show anything.
Yeah. Image.
Close your eyes and imagine this picture that I am showing you currently.
There you go.
All right.
So
Picture of Batman.
you
It's,
recognize this symbol, which of course is basically what someone has come up with when looking at the constellation in Nyx for Perforus. And this is etched in a large sort of central column in the center of this building, which is rectangular. All right. Just in front of this column is a large anvil, and the top of it is on fire. The flame would trick a common eye, but you recognize that it's not really fire as much as it is an arcane flame. And you have the symbol behind and the anvil that is on fire. And this is sort of the shrine, the temple, if you will, in Akros to Perforus.
And how is the
Really pretty.
yeah? How tall is this anvil?
About 4 feet high.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
4 feet high, probably 8 feet long.
I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna kneel down in front of it, and I'm gonna reach into my bag, and I'm gonna pull out a small bronze gear, about the maybe twice as big as a quarter. And I'm just gonna toss it onto the fire, and I'm gonna say, "Hi, Dad. How you doing? We're here in Akros, and I'm hoping. Well, I called him Dad.
Zonnos may have. I didn't.
Don't listen to Twitch chat; they lie.
I hope you're doing well and stuff. We're pretty close to Mount Velus. Maybe I'll come visit when we're done if we have time. But we met some new friends on the road. One of them's kind of annoying. Actually, a couple of them are kind of annoying.
Please name names. If you want to be the target of the next witch bolt for 2 damage.
No,
Damn
that voice I hear, that one doesn't bother me much. But anyway, I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
You watch before you leave, you watch the flames flicker, and you feel this sort of warm, this warm rush of air, sort of this breeze hit your face. And that's it.
Okay, Zonnos, you want to go see your guy?
Yeah. Let's head that way.
Okie dokie.
Am I gonna wake up at some point through this?
In 2 hours.
I feel like this is happening at the same time as we're taking you to the bathhouse.
Oh
Yeah, this is.
I thought you were going to say we're taking you to the bathroom. I'm like, wait, what?
I mean, it only took them 30 minutes. It'll take y'all about.
Drop you on the toilet. Okay, go
Second-ish.
poo poo.
You forgot to lift her tail.
Okay, so, Zonnos, you arrive where Keranos is, and you see the very recognizable symbol of the eye. It's also situated on a central column, and you can see that from just below the eye going down to the floor is what looks to be like almost as if someone burned into the stone a lightning bolt. And then on either side of the column to the left and right, burnt into the stone as well, are storm clouds that you would see, with lightning protruding from them also. And then there's a small sort of just place where some candles are lit in the center there, on the floor.
Do you have a picture of this symbol? 'Cause I want to see it.
I do.
I'm gonna go up and kneel down. Gonna use prestidigitation to knock the light out of the candles.
Okay. Let's go dark.
Oh, I hate it when he does that.
I'm gonna look up at the eye, and I'm gonna say, well, Kronos, we're here. Not really sure what it is we're supposed to be doing. But that vision must have been real, because well, we found the people that were there in the vision, all of them. But whatever it is that you need us to do next, just give me a sign. I'd rather it, be separate from the folks we've run into, but, your wisdom is above all, so whatever you have me do.
So, you watch as you sit in the dark, and you've spoken to Keranos. You hear like a crackling sound above you, and you look up, and they're right there shooting out from the ceiling towards the door when you came in is this bright blue bolt of lightning, and it shoots off towards the door, sits there for a minute, comes back, crackles again in the center, and then shoots down the central column onto the floor and relights all the candles.
I think he wanted them lit.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I got you.
Well, that is a sign. However, it doesn't really give me any direction. But I guess I'll just go back to these people, and we'll go from there. And I'll stand up and start walking towards the exit.
All right. So, while this has been happening, and Zonnos and Hagen are visiting their deities, the group of you going to the bathhouse arrive.
I'm just wondering how they're gonna find the bathhouse when they don't know this place.
You told us the
Following
name.
you.
No, he did.
Yeah, he told. Yeah, he told the name.
He did. He said to everybody, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know none of us are unconscious because no one.
You don't know the name.
Who wouldn't know is you. You have no idea.
Rhorakas, would you mind helping me get her cleaned up so she's not bloody when she wakes up?
Sure, we can do that. And just take a bit.
Indeed. I will hand,
She doesn't look like she'll be waking up anytime soon anyway.
probably not, but at least getting her cleaned up into a nice bed would be beneficial.
Agreed.
I don't know how much gold I have.
Ellem, you can go do your thing wherever.
Sounds like a plan.
You hear footsteps approaching, and coming out of a hallway, you see a rather large-looking Leonin fellow turn the corner, take one look at Rhorakas, and go, "Well, if it isn't my favorite daughter, how are you, my dear?"
I'm doing quite fine, father.
Oh, who have you brought with you? I see it's not your usual friends. Where is Karania?
They on their own for a little bit. I'm doing whatever with this group. I don't know. Some dream told me to go with them.
Well,
So I'm listening to it. It seemed important since it included Rhorakas.
well, that's no stranger than when we first found you. Strange things tend to happen to you, my dear. The rest of you, my name is Rhorakas. You did not tell me which one of these names was mom, dad, and they both start with an M, and they're both like
Malcolm.
It's the M1.
they both start with M.
I know which one is male and which one is female. Don't worry.
My name is Malthram, and I am the owner of the Fiery Goddess Bathhouse, along with my dear wife, Magru. Although she's in bed, she hasn't been feeling well today, and she'll usher off to an early night tonight. But of course, if you need anything, I'm here, and I have some attendants, and we can take care of whatever needs you might have.
One of my new friends here got a little bit scrapped up in a fight outside the walls.
Oh, a fight, you say?
There were these weird golden masked freaks.
Well, people are always fighting on the Titan stairs. There's always something new over there.
That
I'm
is
gonna
true.
motion to Rhorakas to just cut off the conversation quickly when she says that.
And I guess she will. I don't know. Not sure why.
Is your friend asleep? He says, kind of looking over at the other Leon in there, Kiala.
Yes, I was able to stabilize her when she went down, but we're going to get her cleaned up a bit. I hope you won't mind the free of charge that I'm going for. I'll use my winnings to cover it.
No, you know any friends of yours are friends of ours. We'll take care of them for the night. Don't
Thank you,
worry.
Father.
Of course, my dear.
I'm gonna give Ellem a gold and say, "Drinks are on me. Please just stay out of our way for the time being, if you don't mind." It's not.
Don't worry, I'll be a saint. You won't see me, you won't hear me, you won't think of me. Unless you want to do that later on, darling. It's up to you.
Time to forget your giant snaz.
Oh, before I forget, looks like your friend needs a little help. I don't think that's a normal sleep. Here, give her this. And he hands you, Rhorakas, a small vial. It's a healing potion. Finally. Yep. Your mother and I always kept a few of those around. Always worried about you coming back from your fights a little beat up. So, I always keep a few.
I've always told you I'll be fine. But
Yes,
thank you.
yes. You always say that, but a father worries. A father worries.
You're not my real dad.
I have so many questions and I'm unconscious.
Nailed it.
My
You
speech
will,
is
you
so
will
happy for
give
your unconsciousness right
the
now.
Leonin the healing potion. Instead of later.
Well, healing potions do the full amount, so that's basic is 8, 1d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, so 10. Okay. I always forget. Yep, so 10.
Fine.
Yay.
Yes,
We're now conscious, and Malthram hands you that. Hands you that Rhorakas, and he, walks back off and leaves you there with a couple of
I recommend you take her to
junior
a room first before waking her up. Get her comfortable.
She's going to slowly wake up anyway. Not like these healing potions are all that great.
Don't worry.
swear,
She's
if you leave me
very
unconscious-
flexible. She'll just wake up, whatever position you throw her in, she'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Believe me, we've been together for a little while. You'd be amazed some of the just weird contortions she does in her sleep. Like her foot was up over her ear one night, and she wasn't even asleep. She was just kind of like licking herself or something. I'm not. Maybe there's a cat thing. I'm not sure. It's very strange. I'm just saying. I think she'll be fine home. Just leave her here in the hallway. She'll be fine.
Just go drink.
I'm so glad we can't file defamation suits in D&D. Like,
Oh my god!
maybe we can. Maybe that's an Acquisitions Incorporated. Like, I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh!
Ellem, didn't I tell you to take that 1 gold and go drink?
It's a funny story about that.
Did you already spend it?
Yes.
You said that we wouldn't hear you. We're hearing you.
I'm gonna
Oh.
kill this elf. He's not gonna have a nose. I will find out.
You watch as like an attendant comes up behind where Ellem is, a bottle of wine in each hand. Kind of looks at you.
You see,
Looks
he
like
had
your
to get it
drinks
out
are
of,
here, Ellem.
see, he had to get it from the kitchen, or the wine cellar, wherever it was from. Thank you, sir, to take some from the nice man. Very good stuff. I think I'm not really sure. I can't read this at all. It's fine. You all have a great night. And he just like brandishes them at you and then turns on.
I'm
to
sure
look
one of
for
the
a
baths
room.
is open if you would want to drown while you're drinking. Sorry, that was rude of me. Please stay alive. We do need you, Ellem.
Oh, don't worry about it. I totally intend to drown myself tonight, right in these 2 bottles. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
That is part of the plan.
So, Rhorakas, you know that you have a fairly large
No schnoz.
Rhorakas.
Would you say Ellem has a nose for the good stuff?
So,
You're not
I
there,
hit a
honey.
button.
so you know that you have a rather large bedroom there at your parents' place, and you also know that it is adjacent to what essentially acts as the guest quarters whenever your parents have family come into the city and need a place to stay, and you know that there are two beds in there, which it'll be a little bit tight, but you could essentially house you and the party between your 2 rooms.
It'll be girls in one and boys in another.
Yeah, I will gently help Rhorakas lay Kiala on the bed, and I'll hold Kiala's hand while she feeds her the healing potion.
Okay. While all this is happening, Hagen and Zonnos, if you want to go ahead and make me a investigation check each, please. Or one of you can aid the other.
Can I aid him, or is it too late because I already rolled?
If you already rolled, you already rolled.
Y'all ain't gonna find us.
I have a really good investigation, luckily, because I rolled a 4.
So did he.
So did I.
Okay. It's
To
gonna
be
take
fair, we're not really trying to look for this
Yeah, I
place.
don't. Yeah.
So we don't really want to go, but
it's
my
dark
god kind of told me to, so
You've never been here before. Yeah, you're really not so fond of certain people yet anyway. So it takes y'all the better part of an hour and a half to even find this place. So they're not back yet. So Kiala,
Do we want to stop for some food, Zonnos?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Sure.
I think I saw a bakery over here.
Ooh, nice.
It's like the middle of the night.
All
The
done?
bakery's not open.
Is the bakery open?
The
The bakery is always open if you have thieves' tools.
All done.
I do.
Fair point.
I do have. Oh no! Wait. I'm proficient. I don't know if I have them.
Yeah, you do. You start with them.
I do. Yeah. And Tinker's tools, just in case.
Y'all
Don't
done?
think I'm gonna break in yet, though.
Break into a bakery?
No, unfortunately, we're both on the morally good side.
Oh.
If you come
Kiala,
wake up me, I'll get you in there.
you are now conscious. You're, I believe, Adwenis, you said you were holding her head.
Holding her hand.
Hand.
I have the axe on my back.
Okay. Axe on your back, holding your hands, and Kiala, you slowly, your eyes sort of flutter open, and you are conscious once more.
I think their spores were poisoned.
Are you feeling
What
alright?
happened?
You fell unconscious. We're trying, and you're now at my parents' bathhouse. We're at a safe place.
Where's Ellem?
He's off drinking.
In the bathhouse still.
Keep an eye on him, please.
What'd you say?
I said keep an eye on him, please.
We have people to do that.
Just make sure he. Hold on. Let's try this again. Just make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Yes,
Just
I'll tell someone to make sure that he stays put,
thank you.
and she will
Do you
go
have
off
my
and do that.
Do you have my axe?
Yeah. I'll take it off my back and put it in her hand.
Okay.
Please do be careful in the future. I know you're quite good at getting hit and staying up, but we do need you up, not down.
Stuff usually. Let me see if I can get this accent back. Stuff usually doesn't take me down that quickly. I think they were poisoned.
That's even more reason to be careful.
I agree.
You feeling alright now?
I think I'll be alright. My accent has changed like 4 times in the last 10 seconds. It's fine.
It seems like Rhorakas is pretty well known in Akros, so you have a safe place for the time being. The other 2 that you don't like as much are off gallivanting around the city.
Maybe they'll get lost and not come back.
I have the strangest feeling that we will need them.
You're probably right. What kind of feeling did you get off of that dream you had?
Mumbles. Would I know from what I've heard of oracles before that I am one? Or would I have to roll like a history to check that?
I'd say, considering your penchant, considering your past and everything, I would say that you would be aware at this
Aware of
time that you're.
possibility?
Yes, sir. Maybe not like confirmed in your mind, but certainly aware that you could be.
Can I speak out a prayer to Crufix and say, in Celestial, and say, can I tell her? And I don't expect him to respond at all because it's Crufix, and I picked literally the god that doesn't care about me. But I'm just gonna wait for a second and see if he responds. See if
She's
it
just-
responds, I should say.
She's just kind of looking at you, doing that head cock thing that cats do.
Very well.
You do not hear anything back.
I will speak quietly. I am aware of a possibility. And I'm not sure how accurate this possibility is, but it lines up with things that I've heard from the past. And based on that possibility, I want to say that there is a certainty that everyone we have met so far we will need in the future. I'm not asking you to get close to them. I'm not asking you to like them. But I'm asking you to tolerate them if you can. I will explain more when everyone's here, I promise.
She'll nod.
I'll
She's
stand
gonna
up
return
with
at
my
this
hand.
point to the room because she went out to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand up and offer my hand to Kiala.
She takes it and stands up.
Are you feeling better
Appreciate
now?
you helping me.
Much, thank you. Is there anywhere we could get some food around here?
Yes, we do serve food as well as drinks here.
I think a good meal would do us all some good.
I think so as well. The other two haven't returned yet. I'm worried that they got lost. But sadly, I think they'll find their way here. It's not that hard. We weren't really all that far from it.
I have the strangest feeling they will.
In all honesty, they probably aren't in a hurry to get back.
You did kind of attack the Triton in the dream.
Yes. I was a little freaked out at the moment.
That's understandable, but remember, try to be calm even when you're angry. A clear mind is a harder mind to control.
Control?
Indeed. You are aware that there are multiple effects that can control one's perception of the world. Illusions, and I will cast minor illusion and just create a chair in the middle of the room. Fear, like your roar
And-
can do.
For the record, Rhorakas is going to try and sit in that chair because she's not that bright.
It is
Her
a
intelligence is a -1.
yeah, it is a DC 13 intelligence check.
Well, good. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I'm not. If you want to try and sit on it, then sit on it. And not you don't need to roll for that.
I'm giving that because I want
You
something.
completely went out just then.
It's happening.
Okay. It's not a
Mumbles,
real
I
chair.
Yeah, you
Mumbles,
fall
I
on
want you to describe her falling on her butt.
through the illusion.
So Rhorakas, go ahead and describe how you fall on your butt.
She will go to sit down, fall backwards with a clank, and look around confused.
Apologies, that was an example of an illusion. I should have mentioned it earlier. But illusions.
I don't do well with illusions. They confuse me.
If only that had been the Minotaur.
I'm afraid that the Minotaur and the Triton are probably a bit too smart for that to phase
You're
them.
probably right.
But remember, clear mind when you're angry, and that way you won't fall to cheap tricks like that. Okay?
I'll do my best.
That's all I can ask.
I will say that the Triton definitely could talk less.
I would agree with that, but I must hold my tongue.
Well. Let's go. I need to go looking on Ellem. I can't lose him.
I will follow.
It's about this time that Zonnos and Hagen will be arriving through the front doors.
Well, it's about time that you two got here.
Hold on.
Yeah, we
on,
took
I
the
want-
scenic route.
You were right. They made it back.
We would.
Lovely city you got here.
It's very big.
Yes, I'm quite aware. I live here at the row.
Yes, I picked up on that when you said your parents had the place.
Rhorakas.
Yes.
Adwenis mentioned that you were well known in the city.
Yes, I am quite well known for coming back with fight after fight and winning. Everyone in town knows about.
You should take notes.
Oh,
I'd like-
hush you.
I am putting my hand on Kiala's shoulder.
I'll say, she'll relax a little bit, but she will look at the tiny Triton and say, "I'd like to see you take 2 poisoned hits and still stand."
No, I'm much too smart to be up in the front like that.
Exactly.
Then perhaps you should appreciate that we have someone who is willing to be up at the front.
Well, that's what I've got. That's what I've got Hagen here for.
Yes, I did not take any damage.
And I'll switch to primordial and say,
I'm in full working order. I mean, not counting the arm, but we do about that.
I'm gonna switch to primordial and say to Zonnos, please try to play nice.
I will switch to primordial and say, yes, please play nice.
Okay.
Fun story, I speak primordial too.
Hey, nice!
I almost took it, but I decided that'd be more useful taking something that somebody else didn't have. But I almost took it just so.
My languages on Foundry aren't actually updated to the ones that are on my character sheet in D&D Beyond. Because I also speak primordial.
It's literally
can't-
just me.
That moment when you think that you have like whenever you think you have an inside joke and suddenly everyone's on it.
Well, here's the
Except
thing,
for
I'm
me.
talking to him in his own language, essentially, to
Yeah,
try to
you are, 100%.
get that angle.
Yeah.
That, hey, we're similar.
Speak Leonin.
I'll look
So,
at you dead in the eye and say, "You just better keep that knife away from me."
It's an axe, but okay. Oh, yeah, no, I used the knife, didn't I? That's right. Never mind.
Yeah, I have the 4 daggers and the small knife on me. I'll nod.
I'm gonna look at Zonnos and be like, she did apologize. We could work together if we are careful.
Oh, I've got no problems with working together. As long as she stays over there, does her job, and I stay back here and do mine.
Speaking of which, we went to go speak to well, my dad and his god, and we don't actually know what our job is. Does anyone know what we're doing?
Did you say
I-
Dad?
Yes,
I have an idea.
he
But I
didn't.
would rather
answer,
not
by
talk
the way.
about it so publicly.
He didn't answer to whether I said Dad or not. My question.
No, Dad didn't answer. He usually,
Oh, gotcha.
he usually doesn't. He's very busy.
So you took a visit to the temple.
Yes. I'm sorry. Did you want to come? You seemed busy.
I was thinking about going, but I wasn't planning on leaving everybody behind.
Oh yes, I
feel
did
like
not
we
mind
should-
that.
I feel like we should all probably commune with our God in one way or another.
I have something to say before
We all saw them in our dreams, so
The person
we
who
should
assigns
contact
piety
them.
points also says yes to that.
Person who what?
The person who assigns piety points also says that's a good idea.
I think we should all meet back here probably in half an hour to an hour. meet in one of those closed rooms, if that's okay, Rhorakas. I can explain some stuff.
I'm sure my parents won't mind.
It is the middle of the night. Just so we all know the time. Yeah, it is the middle of the night.
Are your parents
In the
still?
middle of the night.
I go walking in my sleep. Are your parents still here?
I'm sorry, but the voice just made that.
I don't even understand the reference, but I like the voice.
It's Billy Joel. Get cultured.
Oh my god.
I'm not cultured. I never will be. Okay. Deal with
It's
it.
because he's a baby. He's the baby of the group.
He's the baby of the
Anyway.
group.
And
I don't know how old Micro is, but I'm assuming Foxy's the baby.
I'm
Monkey, why were you
22.
not there for karaoke last night? That was so awesome.
I'm gonna do karaoke as a Hagen.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Okay, let's go back.
for my clarification.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're all here in the
Mhm.
bathhouse. You're now all together.
Ellem isn't
more
in
or
the room
less.
with us, I don't think.
Except Ellem is
The
drinking,
bathhouse.
looking for Julie, who the DM doesn't even know.
Rhorakas made her up, so I'm just running with it.
Like, so Rhorakas can tell you what to roll to see if she's interested in drinking with you, because that's not even my character. So,
I answered him.
so,
No matter what he does, she is not joining him for a drink.
Persuasion.
that is so on
So
point.
in character.
So just to narrate that role, Ellem, you go.
You walk
to-
into her nose first.
Literally. And she turns around and looks at you, and you're sort of trying to say that and sort of pitch this idea of her drinking, and she just like turns back around like she's gonna walk away, snaps back and slaps you across the face. Like, I'm sorry, with a -2 persuasion, her dead soul in the underworld wouldn't drink with you now.
Please tell me that
I
we
don't think I
heard
deserve that.
I definitely deserve that.
I think I just felt in the ether that he got slapped. Is what I think happened.
So, which of you are you all going to, again, like convene in a room and talk? Are some of you going to try and go out and find your temple in the dark and commune? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and find my temple, but I'm going to tell everyone that I'll be back in less than an hour.
I'll give him instructions on where we found our temple. I assume his might be nearby.
Him?
Her.
Tell
Sorry.
hers as well.
Sorry. Sorry.
She's gonna go to hers as well because she needs to figure things out as well.
I'm going to. I don't know what to do.
It's funny, Hagen. They should have just went with us when we left.
Well, yes. We could have just left the cat at the gate. They would have taken care of her, maybe.
between either Hagen and Zonnos being able to tell you where they've come from, and if Rhorakas is going, she knows the city inside and out. All of you will find the temples and where they are, these various shrines and buildings to the different deities of Theros, pretty quickly.
I'm just gonna tell Rhorakas before she leaves. He wasn't very talkative today.
He is not my god anymore.
Oh, you have a new god?
Anymore?
That's it. We should talk later.
I
I'm
plan
gonna
to.
ask. I'm gonna look at Rhorakas and I'm gonna say, I don't know if they would have a shrine, a temple to my god in the
I
city.
barely hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
You're good. I don't know if they would have a temple to my god in the city. Do you know if there is a place suitable to worship my Leah here? Okay, I've gone from English to Australian.
What did you say? What god?
You've also gone from 25 decibels to 2.
Yeah.
Nidea.
Yeah, I
God
know
is
I
it?
do that when I'm using my voice. I apologize.
So, Rhorakas, you're very familiar with the city, and you know that essentially every god in the pantheon is represented in some way, shape, or form in Akros. Some have temples, some have what are essentially shrines. You know, places a little nicer or not so nice, depending on just how many people frequent. But certainly every deity has their place in Akros.
I still couldn't hear what the deity was.
Nylea.
Oh, Nylea. Okay. Sorry. You get quiet, like really quiet sometimes, and it's so hard to get back to your normal voice. Anyway. Yes, Nylea is represented here. Just you should be able to find it pretty quickly.
Okay,
I
thank
believe
you.
they're all in a central area.
I'll go with them.
So you all go out and you get to the part of the city where the various temples and shrines are.
I have a question. Am I allowed to leave the bathhouse? Because last time I heard I was like under guard or something.
You're coming with us.
You're being
I
dragged by
brought
the
you
schnoz.
I brought you with us.
Don't give her ideas. She'll have me in a nose ring by the end of the week.
Don't think it hasn't crossed my mind.
They don't have that much metal in the city.
You know, it's so funny because whenever I was designing some of the stuff with this campaign and was assembling you all as players and helping,
You had to.
I didn't ban any builds or anything, and I only crossed out, you know, the Eberron races. But now I know that I'm gonna have to limit character appearance. Like I'm gonna have to.
This must be less than 1 inch in length.
What about Rhorakas?
Your nose is a part of your mouth. It's okay.
I just do not know what
Wait,
to do.
compared, because it's a beak, her nose is tiny. Have you seen a bird nose?
Little holes.
It's literally just 2 holes inside the
Yeah,
mouth.
have you seen a picture of a toucan without like their beak? It's disgusting, to be honest.
Terrifying. Okay, so we're looking for Ellem is coming with us, and us girls and Ellem are going to look for
Why would
our
you-
shrines.
Oh jeez, this is not gonna go well. A drunk with all girls? Oh boy.
So, you all
one of-
arrive.
All of these girls are larger than her. Well, or larger than him, or the size of.
You all arrive,
Yes.
and so first up, Adwenis, you see the familiar star of Crofix, affixed in a central pillar, in a small, what is essentially a shrine, much like what Zonnos and Hagen both saw. You weren't there, but a similar description with the central column with the symbol there. And nothing else. There are no candles lit, no incense, not even a bowl for an offering. It is just a rectangular building, a central column, and the star of Crofix in the center. You can tell there's not a lot of traffic in and out of this one.
Yeah, I will nod to Kiala, Ellem, and Rhorakas and say, I'll meet you back at the bathhouse. This is my stop. And I'll walk over to it and just sit down and close my eyes.
Okay. You sit down and close your eyes, and you don't hear anything at all. Your world has gone completely silent. No words get spoken to you, or anything like that, but you feel cool. Not cold, not enough necessarily to shiver, but you feel cool all over. and this sensation overtakes you, almost as if you were deep in the ocean, what the water would feel like. And it washes over you, and you sit, and it's completely silent, and your body is cool.
I will just murmur in Celestial. Is it time for them to know? Or do you wish for me to talk to Kea first?
You feel yourself get colder, almost to the point of shivering. Still nothing is said.
I understand. They will not know everything. They will know pieces. I will talk to Kea. I know what you want me to be. And I will try to be the person you want me to be. I appreciate it.
You feel your body begin to warm and come back to the temperature that it was when you originally sat down. And this feeling of what can only be described as relief takes you. It's very relaxing now.
Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces at a time. I understand. And I'll just sit there until the rest of them come back to gather me, because I think my stop was first.
Okay. This feeling of cold and, well, not cold, of cool and silence will stay with you the entire time you sit here, just for brevity, until they come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rhorakas. You come up to your usual place of worship and prayer. There in your central column are the two snake heads, their tongue protruding, the symbol of the snake with a head at either end of its body. You see that at the central column, with there is the elixir bowl and candle that you left the last time you were here, and the bottle and bowl are now empty, but the candle has since been lit, and you are here in the temple of Farika.
Alright, this is my deity. She's just gonna kneel down at the altar and write out on, I think it said, like, normally it's written. Yeah, she's gonna write on a piece of torn paper that she had left there before, and basically just ask, like, how she fits in with all these other creatures. What Farika want her to do about this? Should she go with them, or should she stay put in Atheros? Or Theros? Oh, I said Atheros.
Okay. There's a word on your mind. Almost like this word, this idea is pressing against your skull. And you feel this immense pressure, and this thought, this word, it's a simple one. And it is befriend.
Alright. She's going to hold her head a bit and nod slowly.
And then you feel a warm sensation in your core, and it expands outward, and you feel at ease, but also driven. And you are filled with this warmth and also a sense of purpose granted by Farika.
She smiles a bit, then gets up and disposes of the paper and I'm just now reading up on this, so I'm not really sure what you do with the pieces of paper. I know you put it in to the small pot and then
In the bowl.
and then I guess you just leave it there. I don't know if you burn it or what.
Yeah, no, you place it in the bowl and you watch as it catches on fire and disintegrates.
Okay. So she will get up and go back to Kiala.
Okay.
Yeah, because I waited.
To
Alright.
help Kiala find her deity.
All right, Kiala.
I will look at Ellem and I will say, who do you pray to?
Hmm?
I asked Ellem who he prays to.
Oh, you see, it's this Thassa, beautiful thing, something from the water. Yes, something like that.
Alright, so I'll say to Rhorakas, let's find his first.
All right.
Okay.
So wherever it is, we'll go to Thassa's temple.
All right. So you wander down a ways a little bit, and there is slightly larger than the others that you've seen along the way. Is a what I can best describe as a circular building. It's completely open to the air. Columns all around, holding up a ceiling, holding up the roof of it. There is, like the others, a central column, and on the central column is the symbol of Thassa, the waves that you see in the night sky. And there, in the center, is a shallow pool. And just underneath her symbol in the central column is, you can see where water is coming out to make a fountain into the shallow pool below. And this is the temple to Thassa, god of the sea.
And I'll just look at Ellem expectantly.
What, I don't get some private time to go and say to me god? Shoo, shoo. He makes like waving gestures at you to like get you to move away from him.
Well, we didn't go in with you.
Just making sure you don't. And he kind of, prances on in there.
But we are watching you because I'm not going to lose you and I don't trust you.
He takes like maybe 10, 15 steps, looks back over his shoulder and waves at you again. And like keeps walking in.
And then casts invisibility on himself.
Don't give him ideas.
I mean, he does technically have the ability to do the pass behind the pillar and disappear trick just on his own. So that could be a thing here. No, so he walks in and he goes up to the front and just kind of stands in front of the pillar and he kind of looks around, almost like he's looking for something to steal. And he kind of says, "Oh, I don't know. Hello, girl. It's been a while since we've had a little face-to-face chat, isn't it? Gotta say, you kind of did me rough, getting up here, getting caught by the lion. No, it's not really what you kind of do, the whole interference thing, but could really use a hand getting out of some of this here. And no, full disclosure, you like that here." So he pulls out the bag that he had hidden in his cloak with all the silver coins, and he puts 15 of them in the pool of water, like a wishing fountain. Now there's more, and we're all on the same page. I'm not hiding anything. You know it. I know it. I just feel like I should be compensated for my work, right? Puts it back inside his cloak. And says, "Now, lady, I'm gonna go out here. If you can find some way to kind of maneuver things a little bit, I have no idea what the whole dream thing was about. I just want you to know, I'm not real happy with the situation. So if you can help me work this out, it's great. Otherwise, we're just gonna take it one day at a time. Lest I forget." And he reaches down, under his belt where he had the second flask of wine. The first one's empty, and he pops a cork and puts like a little drop in the water, corks it back off, puts it on his belt, and says, "It's just for you, love. Have yourself a radiant night." And he turns around and kind of, sachets back out of the temple.
As you turn around, you don't hear it per se, but you feel it. But the two of you, Rhorakas and Kiala, who are sitting there, watch as the water that is coming out of the fountain that has been slowly sort of pouring out and down into the pool below stops and then shoots one jet out of the fountain and hits Ellem in the back of the head, soaking him. Stops again and then goes back to pouring into the pool below. Ellem, you're wet on the back of your head and your clothes are drenched, but are otherwise okay.
I turn back around, lift my finger, wag it at the pillar, and say, "I don't think I deserve that." Turn back around and keep going.
I think you do.
Oh, you're gonna have negative piety points, and it's gonna be amazing.
They have an interesting relationship.
Yeah, so do Thassa and I, okay? But, interesting doesn't make it good.
So,
This is
you
true.
all go now to find the temple to Nylea. It is a small shrine, much like the one that you saw Adwenis go into. And you see there in the center is the circle with the 4 arrows jutting out of it. And you can see here, even though you're in the center of the city, there are vines and flowers and little bits of moss that have wound their way around the different columns and through the floor, and some of the stone on the floor is pushed up and cracked where something has grown up and through it anyway. And you are here in the temple to Nylea, god of the hunt.
I'll look at Rhorakas and I'll say, keep an eye on him. Point at Ellem. And then,
will.
so I would get the idea that this has been blessed by Nalia. I would get the idea that this has been blessed by Nalia, because in general she doesn't like shrines and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll go in.
Okay.
And I will sit down. And I'll say, I know you don't generally like cities and places like this, but I assume that this has been blessed by you, judging from the growth. I'm not sure what I'm here for, but I'm gonna do what you want me to. But any guidance you have would be greatly appreciated.
You feel as one of the vines that has grown down one of the columns and across the floor sort of moves and wriggles its way over and sort of brushes across the top of your hand and then loops around it, almost like it was like it's holding, like if it would be holding your hand.
Okay.
Or, well, paw in your case. And sits there and holds, and then gently, but also firmly, begins to pull you back around.
Like turn me around.
Yep. Turn you around to where you came in.
Okay.
And standing there is Ellem and Rhorakas. And you sit there for a second, looking at the two of them. And it turns you back around.
Okay. I'll say, if I must. And then I'll wait until she releases me.
Okay. You sit there for a couple minutes pass, and you're released, and you stand up to walk out. And you don't know why, but there's this feeling, you turn around to look back before you've stood up from and walked out. And you can see that where your paws have touched on the ground, you see a little flower sprout and grow where you stood. And you make your way out.
I do.
All right.
I'll say, let's go get to Adwenis and we'll walk on.
All right. So they head back to you, Adwenis.
I'm sitting in the same position.
Okay.
Just sort of on my knees with my hands on my eyes closed.
I'll wait a couple seconds and then a couple minutes, and then if she doesn't acknowledge us, I'll just make our presence known quietly.
Yeah, she sits there completely unaware of your presence for the time being.
Yeah. So
She does not acknowledge you all at all.
If I say something, does she acknowledge me?
Yeah. I'll open my eyes. Are we ready to go?
Yes, I think we are.
Yes, I think
We
so.
have each... We've each talked to our deities in some form or fashion. Some need to have more of a talk with their deity.
He's gonna look at Ellem, who's soaking wet.
I mean, I don't know what the problem is. You're on a bath house. I just got a bath.
I will also look at Ellem, and like, my face will kind of sour for a second, but it'll quickly just turn back to normal.
Is this a normal occurrence when you speak with your god, Ellem.
When I do, maybe. Other people, not so much. I like to think she gives me special treatment.
I am aware of the god that Ellem worships as of this point, correct? With the water and
seeing-
everything?
Yeah, seeing him come back soaking wet is probably a pretty good indicator.
Tessa is a mysterious goddess.
That's a word for it, yes.
I would say that special treatment is definitely one word for it.
Come, let us
Use another. but
return to the
sure.
bathhouse.
Yeah, we'll
I
head back to that house.
Have some things to discuss.
Yes, yes, we do.
So you all
And I do hope that you
will
won't be keeping secrets from us.
make your way back to the bathhouse where Hagen and Zonnos are, and that is where we will end tonight's session.
I kind of figured that as soon as we got done talking to all our guys, it was just gonna end. We were
Yeah.
starting at 10.
We're already late.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have to save the
didn't
talk
wanna-
for next time.
I didn't want to cut anybody off. I wanted you all to have the opportunity to
We appreciate it, Mumbles.
get
Yeah,
some
Thank you.
clarity if you were able to do so.
Now go
Oh.
eat something, Mumble.
So
Let's talk about Crufix for a second. Clarity is not really his thing. Well, their thing, I should say.
well, I guess that's the nice part though about being an oracle is perhaps
get more
you
than
get to be
most.
a little bit more clear than others, which is very nice for you. But I have to go ahead and sign off.
Mumbles, thank you for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yes,
putting up
Mumbles,
with
it was
us.
brilliant.
All right.
Even
yeah,
in my unconscious state.
I had a ton of fun. I've had so much fun laying things out and creating things for this. I am so excited for y'all to journey into this world and tell your stories.
Excited to journey into the world.
Hey,
So-
Masters, can I say one thing?
Depends on what it is.
Specifically to Masters. I'm enjoying playing a warlock so far.
Ah!
I really have to go now. It's getting deep in here.
Alright, Mumbles.
Good night,
Goodbye,
everybody.
Mumbles.
Thank you.
Night, Mumbles.
I'm gonna say goodbye to Scream. Scream? I'm gonna say goodbye to Scream. Ah! And then I'll be
Ice
back.
cream.
Bye, Scream!
Ice cream?
Ice stream.
Scream.
All right, guys, we are gonna do a raid because we have a rule where we always raid because, you know, always. That's a thing. I was still playing Pretzel during that. I wonder if I had double audio. I don't know. But thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry we had a little bit of audio troubles. Here's the raid call, by the way. If you throw a /me in front of it, then it's what I like to call more fun because it looks cool. Let's see. We are going to be back. I don't even have my schedule. I can't even show you my schedule. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow afternoon. Let me see if I can remember. With some Minecraft at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. GMT. No. 6 p.m. GMT. I was like, that didn't sound right. And I am, as always, part of the Family Friendly Live stream team. Super, super great group of folks on the team. I highly recommend all of them. In fact, I think we'll raid. Whoa, no, we're not. No, we're gonna raid someone else. We're gonna raid Oswin because he's doing some Minecraft. Hope you guys don't mind some Minecraft. For those of you commonly on my channel, that is what I normally play. But thanks everybody for hanging out. Make sure you hop in the Discords and the things and the stuff, and hang out with me. And the other Discord is up in the chat a little bit for the Dungeons and Dragons. But thanks everybody for hanging out. And this was a super, super fun session. I liked the the amount of encounter to role play balance that we had going. I thought it was pretty good. We got a really good group going. And we got a $50 dono from Foxy for the for Extra Life today too, which is awesome. So if anybody else wants to, it was some great RP. If anybody else wants to donate to Extra Life, I'm not saying you have to, but you can at extralife.monkeydks.com. Thanks everybody, and I will see you all later. Let's see if this button works. This is a new button. I'm not sure if any of this is going to work or not.